Well, the playoffs are almost done. It's down to 6 teams for 3 places. Who will get there? In addition to several other wonderful international friendlies taking place tonight, I should say, we've got a huge feast of football lined up for you. Right here on the Coach's Corner, and as always, you are welcome. Yes, people, this title says it all. We will, of course, be covering the big clash from Cardiff, where Robert Lewandowski and his lads take on the Red Wall, that is the Welsh team. They're going into the cauldron, that is the Cardiff City Stadium, all the way in Cardiff, Wales, and we shall be bringing that to you here. And, of course, we've got a double bill at Hanno's request. His Bafana team will be taking on the Carthage Eagles all the way from the Nelson Mandela Stadium in Baraki in Algeria, not to be confused with the Japanese city of Ibaraki, which was one of the venues for the 2002 World Cup. Of course, we will also provide you updates from 2 other finals, and I can tell you right now that we are into stoppage time, only 1 minute added at the very end of extra time between Georgia and Greece. It looks set to end goalless unless something big really happens. So this match is set to come to its conclusion right now, and we will of course provide you updates from that. And the other final, of course, sees Ukraine take on Iceland at the same time that Wales are playing Poland. So we will provide you updates from that. Other internationals taking place include England taking on Belgium, hoping to try to recover from that disastrous defeat at Wembley to a very inexperienced, almost callow Brazil team led by Dorival Jr. Scotland and Northern Ireland will be taking each other on. And of course, to take a look at the other fixtures that are taking place today, other teams in action include the Republic of Ireland, who will be taking on Switzerland also at around about the same time. Portugal are playing Slovenia, France against Chile, and of course, Spain against Brazil. So Dorival Jr. looking to continue his good streak against the Spain team that lost 1-0 to Colombia at the London Stadium, which is, of course, West Ham's home ground. And I can confirm that they've just gone to penalties, so it will be Georgi Marmadashvili and Odysseus Vlachodimos who have the chances to become heroes for their respective nations. Vlachodimos, like Wayne Hennessy, in a strange situation where he's effectively a reserve at Nottingham Forest, not even being picked to play in the matchday squad these days, but very much first choice for his country. As for Hennessy, well, he is still in the Wales squad, but he will not be playing tonight. Danny Ward has that honour. In other matches, Hungary are leading Kosovo, Norway are leading Slovakia, the Czech Republic are training 1-0 to Armenia, and Denmark are 1-0 up against the Faroe Islands. Now, obviously, when it came to the decision of whether to focus on Portugal and Sweden or Wales and Poland, we decided to go for the Wales-Poland game. And obviously I did mention England are playing Belgium, so big up to you, AFC always. Well, sadly, he is captain, so our only hope would be if he ends up coming off after about an hour or so, just like Kyle Walker and Harry Maguire did when they both wore the captain's armband against Brazil. And we'll see what happens, of course, with this one. Of course, Walker being injured will help us technically, but with quite some time between now until this Sunday, we could see a recovery. We don't know. But big up to you, mate. Thank you for joining in. And before I go to the... I can tell you right now that we are live at the Cardiff City Stadium. So I am actually going to focus on that. I don't know if I can actually tolerate the thought of watching Greece and Georgia go to penalties. I think some of you will know that I have been rooting for Greece to beat Georgia after Georgia pretty much stole their spot in the playoff final at Luxembourg's expense, following really what was a pretty poor decision to their goal and send off one of the Luxembourg defenders. In the meantime, though, I will share the team news, and I can tell you that Robert Page has made a pretty big change to the lineup, which started against Finland, of course, and which beat them very convincingly indeed. He opted, of course, his 4-4-2 could pretty much go in. I mean, it could transition into a 3-4-2-1 rather. Of course, Ward still in goal with Mepham, Rodon, and Davies, and Connor Roberts sporting a moustache, very much in the defence. Although Roberts would be expected to play as a right wing back with Neco Williams on the left. And Ethan Ampadu, fresh from winning his 50th cap in that match, wins cap number 51 tonight. Jordan James, of course, starting alongside him in the midfield. And the attacking midfielders and the striker, it was Harry Wilson of Fulham, Brennan Johnson of Nottingham Forest, and David Brooks of Bournemouth. But Brooks has been dropped to make way for Bournemouth for his teammate, although currently not teammate, Kiefer Moore, who is on loan at Ipswich Town. I think the idea of having a tall target man to sort of rise above the Polish defence is what Robert Page is going for right now. So the only change is that Kiefer Moore comes in for David Brooks. The supposedly unlucky number 13 coming in for the lucky number 7. I know it's lucky number 11, but whatever. Maybe 13 will prove to be lucky for Wales tonight. And so no real change on the bench. The bench is as it was against Finland. Hennessy on the bench along with captain Aaron Ramsey. And Nathan Broadhead, among others, expected to come on. And that's pretty much it. And as far as Poland are concerned, there is no Matthew Cash. The poor chap was injured barely minutes after coming on as a substitute in their semi-final against Estonia. So, but it will still pretty much be the same starting lineup. Former Arsenal goalkeeper, current Juventus goalkeeper Wojciech Szczesny earned his 80th cap in the semi-final and could end up becoming the first Polish goalkeeper to earn 100 caps. We will see. Jan Bednarek of Southampton were on loan with Aston Villa last season for quite some time. Jakub Kiwior, of course, Arsenal defender. Pavel Davidovich, so that's the three-man defence. It will be Przemysław Frankowski and Roma's Nikola Zalewski to be playing as wing-backs or wingers with a three-man midfield of Bartosz Śliż, Piotr Zielinski and Jakub Piotrowski in the centre of the midfield. And it will be Karol Swiderski to partner Robert Lewandowski up front. And of course, in the absence of Cash, it will be Sebastian Walukiewicz who will be playing, who will be on the bench. And other names on the bench include the experience of Kamil Grosicki and Bartosz Berezinski, along with Sebastian Szymanski, who will be coming on. I think Damian Szymanski might be his brother, but we are, of course, seeing the teams coming out at the Cardiff Arms Stadium. So it will be time for the anthems, and I will be obliged to, of course, mute the screen while the anthems are being played. And might be time for the anthem, so I'll mute the screen. Poland is not yet lost, and land of my fathers. Now, obviously, I was looking for the Polish title, but it would have taken me a long time to type it using the exact letters. So instead of wasting time, I have the English translation and also the English translation for the Welsh anthem. My hen Ladfinada means land of my fathers. And confirmation of the lineup expected to be a 4-4-2, which could transition into a 3-4-2-1. And surprisingly, Williams is at right back, but should be expected to go into the left wing back role later on. And Johnson and Moore will start up front, but Johnson could be expected to partner Wilson as part of the double attacking midfield pivot with Moore on his own up front as the target man. And Daniel Osato of Italy's the referee. Carboni and Gelatini are the assistant referees. Irati and Valeri are the VAR team. And it is, of course, Spurs' Ben Davies. Shout out to Eugene. I'm sorry that he doesn't have coverage of the Wales-Poland game tonight. Otherwise, I would definitely have him joining me like he did the England-Brazil watch-along. And it's Davies and Lewandowski coming up together. And we are about to check on the Poland team and confirmation that it will be 3-5-2 with Bednarek, Davidovich, and Kiwior as the defenders, Frankowski and Zalewski as the wing-back with Slits, Zielinski, and Piotrowski as the midfielders. And Swiderski will partner his captain, leader, and legend, Robert Lewandowski, up front. Lewandowski, of course, closing in on 150 caps for Poland and already has more than 80 goals for the Bialo-Czerwoni. So a huge huddle taking place. And this is, was, of course, the scene of Wales's previous playoff triumph when they beat the Ukraine in the World Cup decider, with Wayne Hennessy outshining everyone to become man of the match with 9 saves as Wales won 1-0. Gareth Bale, of course, scoring from that free kick. Of course, Bale is now retired and Hennessy is on the bench, but, you know, the two heroes are not present now. Will there be some new heroes? Well, I can tell you right now that Poland are about to kick off, and I've got the banner up just in time. And hopefully we'll get some more people in, but big up to AFC Always for coming on. Kiwior is playing tonight, so it might be interesting to see how well he does, and hopefully for our sake, he doesn't get injured. And it should be Swiderski and Lewandowski up front. And it's a kickoff, and already an ambitious attempt to try and score, but that chip, rather, from near the halfway area was never going to beat Danny Ward, and it was a bit too wide for him. Didn't really have the strength, really. And Ampadu now has the ball. It is Davies, the skipper, who passes it back to Danny Ward. And now he gives it to Davies. And that will be... actually, that was Roden who passed it back, my bad. Davies was the one who sends it forward now. And Wales now being pushed back. So Wales, obviously... you know, when they started against Finland, they were very quick to try to hit the Scandinavians on the press, and they scored very quickly, in fact. Poland obviously will have done their homework and will look to try to stop them from pressing, but a poor giveaway there sends Wales on their way through, but some good defending there stops that in its tracks, although a necessary back pass there to Szczesny, who sends it just beyond the half, but that will also be headed back towards the Wales goal. And Connor Roberts now sporting a rather fortuitous moustache, hoping that it will bring some luck. And a pass back to Danny Ward, who sends it high in the air. And Kiefer Moore now, obviously Moore justifying his inclusion tonight, but not that way. Needless foul there. Big, strong lad who can easily muscle his way through, but a foul there on Davidovich, number 3, shoving his elbow into the Polish defender's face, which was very painful indeed. No more of that, Kiefer. And that is Kiwior, who passes it back to Davidovich. Kiwior, of course, wearing number 14 for Wales and number 15 for the Arsenal. And Poland now trying to get away with Zielinski, passing it back to Kivior, though, and Davidovich pretty much has that under control. Sends that across the field, though, and hopefully that is with... I think that might have been Frankowski who tried to send it forward, but nobody really on the end of that. Hopefully, I meant hopefully for Poland. And as far as I'm concerned, I would absolutely love to see Wales join Scotland and England in the finals, with both Irish teams having failed to make it. And of course, when Wales reached the semi-finals in 2016, losing to the eventual champions Portugal, I remember cheering quite loudly for the team in red as the sole representatives from the British Isles. And a risky pass there from Zalewski, which found its way to Bednarek. And Poland now trying to clear. A pass back to Davidovich from, I think that was Frankowski. And he's had to come back and defend quite a bit. Sliss tries to send it forward. Not very slick indeed, but Zielinski is able to tidy up. It's with Kivior now, who now has to try and move forward, but another sideways pass there. And it comes back to him from, I think that was... Yep, that was Zielinski, who now has to play a more deep-lying role in the Polish defence, as does Slish for the most part. And Wales doing really well to press Poland, not allowing them to really go forward with the ball. And Kiefer Moore justifying his inclusion, although he did concede a needless free kick there. Kivior. Zalewski. And does the referee play advantage? Well, Daniel Orsatti has seen something he doesn't like. And Harry Wilson goes to the floor. And Connor Roberts there with a really stupid kick there at Zalewski. And that should be a Poland free kick, really. Michel Probierz, the coach of Poland. We'll take a look at him. But of course, Wojciech Szczesny, former Arsenal goalkeeper, made 132 league appearances for the Gunners and a total of 181 appearances in 6 seasons before being shipped off, really, to Roma for 2 seasons on loan and then eventually joining Juventus, initially as a backup to Gigi Buffon, but has since become the undisputed number 1 for the old lady after the great Italian's departure to Parma. In fact, Szczesny, in fact, did supplant Buffon as the number 1 when he left for Paris Saint-Germain. And even when the Italian came back, Szczesny was still the number 1, but Buffon was still good enough to win the Coppa Italia in his final season. And we see Brennan Johnson trying to get away, but a needless challenge there from Piotrowski. Yep, got the name right. Was supposed to be the next big thing for Arsenal, but eventually Arsene Wenger got tired of his petulance and shipped him off to Italy. And since then, we've had to deal with David Ospina, Petr Cech, Bernd Leno, and several keepers in succession. And very nearly danger there for Poland, but headed away. And can Poland breathe a sigh of relief? Yes, they can. An attempt to try to set the ball rolling by Lewandowski is halted illegally, and Orsatti, not illegally rather, I think Wales too have the ball. Lewandowski was claiming that he was impeded, but Orsatti said nothing of that sort. Orsato. Getting a referee's name wrong is absolutely unprofessional. Do please forgive me. And in Wrocław in Poland, where the Ukraine are playing, it is goalless there between the Ukraine and Iceland. I can give you an update. Georgia have beaten Greece 4-2 on penalties. Mamardashvili obviously would have saved a few there for the Georgians. So they end up qualifying at Greece's expense. Football is cruel sometimes. What can you do? And Poland now trying to get away. That is with Kivior, who was on the wing, and he finds Zalewski, who was able to turn Roberts perfectly, but I think there was an infringement there, or did the ball go out of play? It did go out of play. Kivior wasn't able to control it, and that will be a Poland throw. And Probierz, of course, was a former player and a representative of Poland's youth teams without ever playing for the senior team. Spent most of his playing career with Górnik Zabrze in the Ekstraklasa, playing there for about 7 seasons and making about 200 appearances for that club. And he's managed the likes of Jagiellonia Białystok and Wisła Krakow, among other clubs, before managing the under-21s for the Polish team and since 2023 the Polish national team. And Piotrowski there clashing with Neco Williams, almost painfully in a way. And Cash's absence could affect Poland because he normally comes on as a substitute for Frankowski, the number 19. But Poland are just going to have to find their way to cope without him. And Dawidowicz to Zielinski. And that was Bednarek. And now that will be Frankowski to try and make something of it. Or is that Silish? Well, that is Kivior sending it forward, hoping to find a teammate, but that should go out of play. And it was Swiderski who was running onto that. And let me take a look at some comments over here. We got Chelsea fan, big up to you. And Everton Rose. I'm not sure who you emailed, but it definitely wasn't me. So you, I'll have to speak to Hannah about that. And it is back with Kivior. And that is Bednarek trying to send it forward, but not able to find a man. And it looks as though Captain Davies is happy to let that go out of play. And despite the heroic efforts of a Poland offensive player, that does in fact go out for a goal kick. Short one taken by Danny Ward to Mepham and passed back to Ward. And that is Rodon sending it to Davies, who's moved to the left. And that was Johnson who had passed it back, but Wales have given the ball away and Poland can try and work with it. Zielinski has to find a teammate and not the best of passes there. Although, to be fair, Zalewski had just overrun himself, really. Connor Roberts now with the throw. Short to Jordan James, who started the semi-final. Mepham back to Ward. And David Brooks is, of course, warming up right now. He should be expected to come on later in the game, either for Wilson or maybe Johnson. We will find out sooner or later. And that is Rodon, who passes it to Mepham. Wilson of Fulham, who has been in good form for the Cottagers in recent Premiership games. Is hoped to be sent forward, but Lewandowski blocks that, and that will go for a throw. Almost a claim for a Wales handball, but Poland get on with it anyway. And Wales trying to make the most of the ball, and it is Johnson who does brilliantly, sending Ampadu on his own on the left. That wasn't Ampadu, that was Neco Williams, I should say. And Bednarek now has the job of clearing it, passing it to Silish, number 6. And it is with Dawidowicz now, the number 3. And Kivior, the left centre-back, has to try to send the ball on its way. But Swiderski is unable to get it, and the combination of Mepham and Rodon will both take it away from him and try and start something. And it is Captain Davies running up the left. Well done from the Spurs captain. Wales wanting a foul, but Orsato having none of it. Zielinski. And that is sent forward to Zalewski by Kivior. Zalewski passing it to Lewandowski, hoping to send Silis on his way. And in the penalty area. And I tell you what, had they had a better connection, Danny Ward would have been in trouble. It was Frankowski there, the number 19, who was able to ping the cross in. And some great work there from Poland's number 19. The offside trap broken beautifully, but unable to time his run. Swiderski, the number 7. Karol Swiderski there. Oh, Karol. Oh, Karol, you are not a fool. Poland still loves you, but that miss was so cruel. I think a lot of people my age might remember that vaguely. And Zielinski now, the number 10, bursting through the Wales defence. It is with Lewandowski now. And Poland starting to look quite fluid. A shot right there from, I believe that was Piotrowski, and that was high and ugly, not at all handsome. Didn't really get the connection with it, and it was well away from the goal. No problems there for Danny Ward. But Poland actually so far not allowing Wales to come over them, and Szczesny hasn't really had a save to make early on. And of course, what's interesting, of course, is that we've already passed 10 minutes. In fact, we've crossed 13 minutes and still goalless. So in contrast to the Wales-Finland game, which was very, very open, this is clearly a lot more cagey. And Finland had a lot of possession, but they were undone by some brilliant Wales clinicality. But this Poland team is a different beast altogether. They've made it a habit of qualifying for major tournaments ever since the turn of the millennium. I'll tell you what, they really do enjoy playing in these major tournaments. Now, though, of course, they're in the somewhat unfamiliar position of having to fight to qualify for another one. Can they go through? Bednarek. And that is well received. It was Piotrowski who received that well and passes it to Lewandowski, who's sort of in the middle now. Lewandowski, of course, making a habit of being almost everywhere on the pitch except up front, but that suits him fine. And it's almost as if the Swiderski is playing as the lone striker there. And some desperate defending there from Wales. Connor Roberts having to flick that ball to the side, and that will be a Wales throw. Nikola Zalewski, of course, one of the key players for Roma under Daniel De Rossi. And that is Zielinski, and he wins a corner, the first corner of the game as we come close to the 15-minute mark. It is Wales 0, Poland 0 at the Cardiff City Stadium. And we will give you an update. Belgium have actually taken the lead against England, 1-0. We'll find out the scores later on. AFC always saying, Southgate, get out of the England job and go to Manchester United. Chelsea fan, big up, of course. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But we've crossed the 15-minute mark already. First corner of the game. And it will be Swiderski to take it, the number 7, left-footed, away swinger. And very nearly finding a teammate who was rushing in but couldn't get the connection. And Wales can break now. But not the best pass, and that is cut out by Silis. But the danger isn't over for Poland yet. And they can still attack on the left. Williams there making himself very useful, but Poland's defense rising to the challenge quite literally with a header. But Jordan James can send it into the penalty area, and Poland can see the corner of their own now. Jakub Kiwior pretty much hacking that away. And let me take a look at... Once we get to a break, I will obviously provide details of the Belgium goal. But that's just a friendly. We've got a major qualification match going on. And a big up as well to DJ Sinclairo, who is hosting a watch along for his channel. Maybe he'll send some people over here to watch with me, although so he might have a good crowd with him already. And big up to my friend Danny ACTV, who's hosting the England watch along. Wilson, left-footed, in swinger. And that is headed over the bar. Kiefer Moore. Well, that's why he was included in the side today. And some sad news for Wales as Ethan Ampadu goes down to the ground. Beautifully flighted corner, finding Moore perfectly. And Ampadu bumping there. Actually, it came off Ben Davies. I think Moore was running for that. But it was the captain, Ben Davies, who ended up getting ahead to it, and it just went over the former Arsenal goalkeeper's bar from the Tottenham Hotspur defender. Also goalless after a quarter of an hour between the Ukraine and Iceland. Ukraine, at least marginal favourites to win after their last gasp victory over Bosnia-Herzegovina, Bosnia in the semi-finals. So Poland now having to start all over again. It is Zielinski who passes the ball to Bednarek. Back to Zielinski. Kirior. Davidovic. Kirior. And it's not too hard to see why Mikel Arteta likes playing Kirior at left back, because he is left-footed, but clearly Kirior doesn't fancy overlapping too often. And hoping to find a teammate with a pass, and some desperate defending there from Chris Mepham sends that out for a throw. A header away there. And both managers having prominent stubbles and shaved heads. Not something you see every day. I do like the look, though. I mean, if only I could get my beard to grow a little bit better, I wouldn't mind having a shaved head every now and then. Kirill chipping that forward, but not the best header, though. It finds Piotrowski. Sliss, rather. And it's Frankowski who chips it into the penalty area, but the lack of quality in the final third, I think it was Piotrowski there who tried to get in amongst the defender, but not really finding any opening. And thankfully for Wales, Ampadu is up. He was clutching his quadricep muscle. Looked serious, but he is fine. Thank goodness. Expected to be a very important player in this Wales team in the years to come. The youngest ever player to earn 50 caps for Wales, and Davidovic doing the right thing and stopping Brennan Johnson in his tracks by conceding a corner. Ideally, he would have tried to clear that to the side, but he wasn't going to take any chances. Szczesny opting to stay back in his goal, with Davidovic pretty much covering Johnson anyway. But it is a second Wales corner. We've had 3 so far, as we are coming very close to the 20-minute mark. And in fact, we are just about to clock right now. It is Wales 0, Poland 0. But that could change with a corner. And Moore heading it, and that goes wide. And we do have an important update. England 1, Belgium 1. And apparently, if Tony has in fact scored, I say get Tony to Arsenal indeed. To heck with all those haters who say that Tony doesn't have the right attitude. I'll tell you what, his attitude's a lot better than Ben White's right now. And John Stones forced off injured. So a double boost for us ahead of the Manchester City game. Looks as though he might be delayed by traffic. We'll have to find out. I can confirm that the Belgium goal scorer was in fact Aston Villa's Yuri Tielemans. A foul by the very experienced Jan Vertonghen on Tony, who won the penalty, and no surprise that he ended up taking it. But Yuri Tielemans, who scored for Leicester against Chelsea at Wembley in an FA Cup final in 2021, and he gets the first goal of the game here. A dreadful mistake from Jordan Pickford, who tried to play a cross-field pass, but it fell straight to Everton's Amadou Onana, quickly releasing Aston Villa's Tielemans, and first time from 25 yards, out of position, the goalkeeper finding the bottom corner. So I tell you what, we are not doing well in the goalkeeping front either. Slish. And that is Zielinski. Davidovic, Kivior, back to Davidovic. And Frankowski trying to send it forward, but that is blocked. And Poland not quite able to find the range with their passing or find their teammates, but so far they've done a good job keeping Wales goalless. And so while at around about this time, Wales were comfortably 2-0 up against Finland, they're struggling right now. And at the moment, it's Zalewski who's burst his way through the Wales defence, blocked by Rodon, who ends up conceding a throw. And this could be dangerous because if Wales keep backing away and backing away, I think what they're trying to do is back away and invite them to shoot, but it's a risky strategy. Poland haven't found their range so far, but they could. A pass there into the penalty area, and Wales should easily get that away, and Orsato should blow his whistle for a foul in the penalty area, and not quite in the tradition of Pierluigi Collina, but certainly one who won't take any nonsense. And Piotrowski also clutching his shin from the looks of it. Clash between him and Wales youngster Ampadu, whose father, of course, is the former England and Republic of Ireland youth international, Kwame Ampadu. He was in the stands tonight to watch his young son make history. I wonder if he's there tonight too. Ampadu. Not the best pass back, but fortunately it was far away from the Polish defenders there from Johnson. Rodon, Davies, and that's Williams who passes it back to his skipper. And the skipper passes it back to his goalkeeper, Ward. Mepham. Another Bournemouth player in the squad tonight. Certainly something that will please my friend Craig Beasley from Up the Cherries in all departments. And Wales should be able to break down that Polish attack, and they do, but not the best header. And play should be stopped because I believe there is a player on the ground. No, he's gone back up, so play continues. Zielinski. And it is Lewandowski who was on the ground, but he gets up somehow. Lewandowski starting as a striker tonight, but he's now fallen back into midfield, sort of befitting his age and footballing IQ, as it were. And a nice through pass to Zielinski, who wins a corner off Jordan James, who won the previous corner for Wales. And Coach's Corner in the building. Like and subscribe, much appreciated. What he said. And I'm not too sure when Algeria will be playing. Are they already playing? Oh, that's going to be long after, this match. No, actually, this might actually start after the first half gets over. So Hannah should be joining in. But at the moment, it is Zielinski to take the corner, the number 10. Right-footed, in-swinger. Let's see if it has more luck than with Swiderski. 25 minutes already gone, and not the best corner and not very well retrieved either by Piotrowski. And Proby is not too happy with that, but pretty well, Jordan James there quite lucky that the referee didn't see any malice in that challenge, and it is James who comes on his way. Halted in his tracks momentarily by Sliss, but Wales still have the ball. Mepham to Roberts. And that is sent forward by Ampadu, passed back to Ampadu by Harry Wilson. Ampadu sends it to Brennan Johnson, who sends it forward on the left to Neco Williams. Up against Frankowski. This is exciting, people. Back to Ampadu. Davies. James. Back to Davies. And Johnson. Ampadu. Rodon. Ampadu. Mepham. And you can see now that every single Wales outfielder is in the Poland half. Wilson now, hoping to get into the penalty area. And a wonderful turn of pace, but I believe I'm not too sure what the infringement is. It couldn't have been an offside. We're going to find out now. No infringement, just a throw conceded by Poland. And that will be taken by Connor Roberts, who, in addition to his mustache, has a short back and sides tonight. Long throw from the number 14 into the penalty area, headed on, and well, I think Moore was in the wrong position and tried to get somewhere close to that, but the ball ended up being a bit too far for him. But excellent throw this by Rodon. Wonderful header through by Rodon. Joe Rodon, of course, trying to flick that forward and not quite finding Kiefer Moore. And ironically, that flicked header is normally something that Kiefer Moore would be expected to do, 6'4", pretty much the same way that Niall Quinn used to do for the Republic of Ireland. And we've got Welsh royalty in the stands tonight, Ian Rush and another chap who I can't quite recognise. Certainly not Neville Southall. Maybe that's Kevin Ratcliffe, former Wales captain. And confirmed that South Africa's game will be starting at 9 p.m. UK time. I just found out the time, but thank you anyway. And that will, of course, be around about the same time that the second half of this game will be kicking off. So as soon as this Poland match ends, I will be going to bed unless it goes to extra time. Hopefully it doesn't. And some great work here by Frankowski, who's managed to skin one defender, was blocked by another. Captain Davies coming to the rescue there. And that will be a throw for Poland. Frankowski, a short throw to his skipper Lewandowski. Back to Lewandowski, who passes it out to Slish. Frankowski. And that is, I believe, Bednarek. Davidovic. Kivior. Back to Davidovic, who might have been under a bit of pressure there from Kiefer Moore, but pretty much had it under control. And Szczesny is able to come out of his area, pass it back to Davidovic, sends it to Kivior, who tries to send it forward. And a bit of a dummy there, but doesn't go through to a Poland teammate. It was Swiderski was trying to be a bit too clever, but ended up finding Rodon. Ampadu. Davies. And Davies passes it back to Danny Ward, who has to be quick to pass it back to Davies with Swiderski looming large. And nice block there by, I believe that was... could have been Frankowski, I'm not too sure, but at the moment Wales are able to clear the danger and have the ball, and that is Harry Wilson getting it back from Mepham and sending it to Davies. Neco Williams is on the wing and receives it from Davies, passes it back to his skipper though. Ampadu's come in to join the cavalry. And Johnson passes it back to Davies, who's almost at the halfway line, as is Ampadu. Across the field to Mepham. Jordan James. Connor Roberts. Back to Chris Mepham. And we've just clocked a half hour at the Cardiff City Stadium. It is Wales 0, Poland 0, so very cagey indeed. Neither goalkeeper having to make a save, but some good action so far. And Wales once again looking for a free kick with Williams having gone to ground, but Daniel Orsato saying no. And the right decision too. Beautifully flighted cross there from Ethan Ampadu, hoping to find Williams, which it very nearly did. Ethan Williams against Frankowski, and Williams wasn't able to win a free kick. It is back with Rodon. James. Rodon. Davies. Williams. Sending it forward to Davies, who's overlapped magnificently. Davies against Davidovic. Davidovic with the important block, and Kivior able to somehow clear, and Slish does the rest. Swiderski fouled by Jordan James, and that will be a Poland free kick. And so far, we haven't seen too much. We haven't seen any yellow cards. And a wonderful update from Chelsea fan. England have taken the lead. Jared Bowen with the goal. So England's two new replacements scoring tonight. Tony and Bowen. So the changes working well, and this is a sign for Southgate. No room for sentimentality. Form is key. At the moment, Poland now trying to find a way through. Lewandowski had some space. A chance for Frank Piotrowski to shoot, but that goes into the Wales defence, and they can clear it. being forced back a little bit, but eventually they clear their lines. Kiefer Moore coming back to help out in defense. Mepham, Roberts. And he had his pocket picked by Lewandowski, but Lewandowski concedes the throw. Jordan James wins a free kick this time after being fouled there. And Robert Page obviously trying to discuss some tactics with his assistants. Done a great job stabilizing the team after the departure of Chris Coleman, made them very consistent, although not quite the world-beating side of 2016 that shocked the world and won admirers. Johnson up against Bednarek, twists him and slips in Ampadu, but great defensive work there from Kivior, the Arsenal defender, really stepping in and making himself counted. And Slish has to try to pass it back to a teammate. I want to find out who that is. That could have been Frankowski. Potentially dangerous play there, and Davidovic has no option but to concede a throw. So Wales starting to find their bearings, and never a nice sign when you have two footballs on the pitch at the same time. And so Johnson showing some excellent footwork to receive that cross up against Southampton's Bednarek, who wasn't able to get to grips with him. And Johnson showing why he's also very much a valued and important member of this Wales team. Mepham. Ampadu passing it all the way back to Ward. Incidentally enough, the chant for Danny Ward is to the tune of Boney M's Daddy Cool. So it's, well, that was nothing cool about that giveaway, though. Zielinski and Swiderski combining to potentially embarrass Wales, although thankfully for Wales, the defence has come back. But Zalewski now up against Connor Roberts, sending it into the penalty area. Lewandowski meeting it with his head, but Swiderski unable to connect. And I do believe there is a foul in the penalty area with Ethan Ampadu once again worryingly clutching his leg. He did, in fact, injure his leg in another collision with Lewandowski in the opposite side, the opposite penalty area. He seems to be okay to carry on, but I'm not too sure he will enjoy having lumps kicked out of him. And this time it's Swiderski who pretty much had that clash with him there. And not the best bit of play there from the Poland number 7. And sadly, the goal from Bowen has been chalked off by VAR, so it is still England 1, Belgium 1. And Iceland are leading the Ukraine 1-0, but let's remember that Bosnia were leading the Ukraine 1-0 before two breathlessly late goals saw them win that semi-final. We're going to have to see if Iceland are made of stronger stuff. And Iceland, of course, we've got reason to be to remember them not very fondly. They knocked us out, of course, at Euro 2016, the second round. And a dreadful update, Belgium have taken the lead against us. And oh boy, everything that's going wrong, that could go wrong for England is going wrong. Well, it's going right for Wales so far. They do win a free kick. And it is Harry Wilson who could be taking this one, left-footed, hoping to try to get this into the penalty area, maybe find Moore or another teammate. So Poland have got to get their defensive line right, and Wales have got to make sure that they time their runs perfectly. A short free kick into the penalty area, but too long for Davies, and Szczesny off his line to gather that impeccably. Pretty much was denied a clean sheet against Estonia by a combination of poor defending and his own ineptitude, really, for the Estonian consolation goal, but will be expected to keep a clean sheet tonight, and was certainly one of Poland's better players during the World Cup in Qatar, performing quite brilliantly against Argentina in the group stage, saving a penalty from Lionel Messi. And ended up facing both finalists, Argentina and France. Poland losing to both. France, of course, knocking them out in the second round with Kylian Mbappe running right. And Jordan James trying to hold off Piotrowski there, and Piotrowski sending him tumbling, getting into a bit of a tangle there. Not very nice play, that. Not at all. And it's Tielemans again. An assist from Lukaku this time. And I don't know what Unai Emery has done to Yuri Tielemans, but he's managed to make him a better player. And yet Arsenal saw it fit to get rid of him. Go figure. Well, there is, of course, a break now, so this is a good time to help you catch up with a few more scores. And in other news, Switzerland have taken a 1-0 lead over the Republic of Ireland. And Northern Ireland are taking a shock lead over Scotland. It is Xherdan Shaqiri who's scored for Switzerland after 23 minutes. And Conor Bradley of Liverpool putting Northern Ireland ahead on 32 minutes. So Scotland, after a shellacking against the Dutch, are facing another defeat. And Steve Clarke's team have got some problems. No such problems yet for Robert Page's team. They're still goalless. And Wales are now trying to start something. And potentially could have been dangerous there with Kiefer Moore trying to run onto that. But Wojciech Szczesny, all 6'5" of him, reading the danger very well indeed. And when you see Szczesny at his best, you have to think that he should have gone on to become one of our greatest goalkeepers. He is, of course, well set to becoming Poland's greatest ever goalkeeper, although Poland's best major tournament performances have been through Jan Tomaszewski in goal in 1978 at the World Cup, 1974, I should say. Actually, that was 1978 in Argentina, my bad. They reached the semi-finals. No, that was in 1974. I stand corrected. No. What am I saying? It was in 1978 in Argentina. Poland reached the semi-finals. In 1986, they reached the semi-finals with Josef Mlinačić in goal. And since then, they haven't been able to reach those heights. Their best Euro performance, of course, has been a quarter-final performance with Szczesny starting but getting injured, and the now retired Łukasz Fabianski of West Ham taking them through to the quarter-finals, where they lost on penalties to the eventual champions, Portugal. One of the worst performing teams in the group stage, lucked their way to the final, in my opinion. But it is what it is. And we have crossed 40 minutes over at the Cardiff City Stadium. It is still goalless, and we got Daz Reynolds here. I want to thank you for joining the stream yesterday, and I hope you got my lineup. And obviously, with England's injuries, they've had to make some changes, and the changes have worked very well. But our goalkeeping situation now looks more precarious than ever. And I can tell you right now that if it is still goalless, what's happened today with Georgia and Greece, they went to extra time and penalties. So I hope that answers your question. And so if this match goes to extra time and penalties, you will see me do some commentary for that alongside Hanno's friendly with Bafana and the Carthage Eagles. And Wales now through Ampadu, and now Davies trying to get into the Polish defence and not quite able to find their way through, although Poland do concede a throw. These are two fine teams, worthy of a great deal of respect. And Roberts doing brilliantly to bamboozle his fellow number 14, Kivior, but a defensive header away, not a very good one, but that pass to Moore didn't really materialize, and Ampadu now has to try and clean up. Davies now starting all over again. Ampadu. Johnson. Williams is on the left, Moore's on the right. Hoping to find Harry Wilson this time, who made a brilliant run to the penalty area, but some excellent Polish defending pretty much put him off his stride, and Szczesny was there to mop up. former Arsenal goalkeeper to current Arsenal defender now. Kivior passing it to Slish, the number 8. And that is Bednarek, the number 5. Zielinski and Frankowski starting to move on the wing. And Piotrowski sent tumbling, and that will be a Poland free kick. Zielinski. And short passes between him, Piotrowski and Slish, and it goes out to Frankowski on the wing. Now to Slish. Back to Piotrowski. Zielinski. And that is Piotrowski hoping to find Frankowski, but in the end it goes all the way back to the defense, and Bednarek now has to try and mop up a little bit. Davidovic. Kivior passing it all the way back to Szczesny. Quite disappointing, really. So Szczesny, obviously, Poland's most capped goalkeeper, will be hoping that he can take Poland very far in a major tournament. And of course, inauspiciously, the first major tournament for which he was the number 1, it was very inauspicious. It was, of course, the 2012 Euros, which were co-hosted by the Ukraine and Poland, but he got sent off in the first game and was replaced by Przemysław Titon, who ended up playing in the remaining 2 games and impressing with his performances as Poland tragically exited at the group stage. Johnson now running down the wing, doing really well indeed. Williams, Ampadu hoping to send it into the penalty area, but the Polish defense once again, right man, right place, right time. And can they start a counter? We are into the last minute of normal time. There could be some stoppages added on for for maybe a few injuries and fouls, maybe no more than 2 minutes. But at the moment, Ampadu has it. Johnson, Davies to Williams on the left wing, and Davies has come running forward. Ampadu back to Williams. Or forward to Williams, I should say, who sends it forward, hoping to find Davies, but some fine defensive work there by Bednarek. Southampton against Tottenham. And that will be a Wales throw. And 10 seconds to go before the end of normal time. And we will, of course, let you know how many minutes are being played as Connor Roberts gathers the ball. Rubbing it inside his shirt. Preparing for another long throw, and there will be 1 minute added. It was a short throw. Johnson now trying to cross it into the penalty area. And Wales are 1-0 up, and it's the skipper. Nope, it's been disallowed for an offside. I wonder if this will go to VAR. It looks as though Wales are happy to, just accept the decision, but I think VAR will check this. And Johnson with the throw in there. I'll tell you what, that goal might very well be allowed to stand. Frankowski there clearly playing Davies onside. So I'm about to prepare to change the banner, and that should be checked. Clearly, the Wales players weren't happy. Rodon raising his finger. You could see the Wales bench jumping up and hugging each other, but then joy turned to despair. I mean, not so much despair, but exasperation. And I can tell you that the check has been complete, so the goal will not stand. I do apologize for that little bit of unprofessionalism, but that sort of decision could end up giving Poland a lift as we come to the end of the first half. Ben Davies very nearly having the final say, and a big say at that. But it looks as though Kiefer Moore was adjudged to have been offside. I think VAR have had their say. So if Kiefer hadn't have been more forward, it would, in fact, have been a dream end to the half for Wales. But as it happens, it's half-time at the Cardiff City Stadium. Wales 0, Poland 0. 45 minutes separates both these teams from destiny or extra time. And I will, of course, now run through some of the scores that are scores of the games that are taking place right now. And I can tell you that we are into stoppage time um, in Scotland, and I can tell you that Northern Ireland very nearly doubled their lead with the number 19, Shea Charles, just failing to double the Northern Irishman's lead. But Scotland have all sorts of problems, and I can also tell you bad news for Liverpool fans. Andrew Robertson has been forced off after 37 minutes, so it looks as though John McGinn might be captaining the team in his absence. Angus Gunn still in goal. And that goal, which put Scotland behind, was a nightmare from Nathan Patterson, dilly-dallying and clearing at the byline, nutmegging Bradley, attempting to, but passing it right to him inside the box, and the rest is history. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him hauled off at half-time, and Anthony Ralston brought on in his place. Nathan, need to do better, son. Half-time over at the Aviva Stadium in Dublin. Zerdan Shaqiri's goal, the difference between two teams. Big up to my dear friend David Cole, the old school gunner. I do believe he will be doing a watch-along. He is doing a watch-along right now for this game. And Gavin Bazunu, of course, coming back into the team, along with several other players after the draw against Belgium, but not really having much success at the moment. In other scores, France, of course, were being held by Chile, but I mean, they did go ahead through Youssouf Fofana, only to be... Actually, they didn't go ahead. They were behind as early as the 6th minute. It was Marcelinho Nunes who put them ahead, but Youssouf Fofana and Randall Kolo Muani putting them 2-1 ahead at half-time. And... Mike Maignan is, of course, back in the team, replacing Bryce Samba, who started the defeat to Germany. And I can tell you that the Spain-Brazil game has also just started at the Santiago Bernabeu, goalless between teams. And most of Spain's starters, including Real Madrid's very own Dani Carvajal, is back in the lineup, along with former Real Madrid striker Alvaro Morata. And it is the same lineup that started the win over England. We will see if these players are able to repeat their success. Half-time between Slovenia and Portugal. And it's 0-0 between both teams. I want to confirm if... well, Cristiano Ronaldo is starting, but no goals for him. He is back in the squad, of course. And several first-teamers are back in the squad, including Diogo Costa. And Jan Oblak of Real Madrid, one of the big Slovenia players, of course, starting, the Atletico Madrid number 1. And half-time at Wembley again. Ivan Toney's penalty, not enough to see England succeed. They are trailing 2-1 to Yuri Tielemans' brace. And... bad news for Manchester City fans, but great news for Arsenal fans. John Stones forced off with an injury, so Joe Gomez coming on in his place and slotting into the center of the defense. And Gomez's versatility could very well see him make the plane. Ezri Konsa starting at right back after replacing Kyle Walker against Brazil. And Konsa could very well be a backup right back to both Kyle Walker and Kieran Trippier in Germany. And just think, if Ben White hadn't have been so petulant, that could have been him. Ollie Watkins on the bench, didn't quite impress against Brazil. And Southgate, as we all know, prefers to play with a lone striker, but he could bring Watkins on in the second half. And as far as Wales and Poland are concerned, well, you know, a more cagey game this time around, certainly in stark contrast to the semi-final. And semi-final, of course, between Wales and Finland, and of course Poland and Estonia had their own shower of goals in their semi-final. Poland triumphing 5-1, but no goals in this match. So both teams obviously playing very cagily, and Wales could be slight favourites, but do not write off Poland yet. They were able to find ways into the Welsh defence with the likes of Zielinski doing really well indeed. Lewandowski hasn't quite come into the game, preferring to be more of a facilitator, and Swiderski hasn't really been able to do justice to the responsibility of being an effective lone striker. So at this particular point, I would put Wales as slight favourites, but you never know what can happen in this game. And as far as the other semi-final is concerned, I will take a look at the score. And at half-time, it is, of course, Ukraine 0, Iceland 1. I want to find out who the goal scorer is, but I don't know if I can. Let me use Google Sports to find that out. Iceland, of course, making both Euro 2016 and the 2018 World Cup. Haven't really had much to cheer about since then, but if Albert Goodmanson's goal on the half hour is enough to send them through, then they could be very, very happy indeed. Once again, it's Andrei Lunin in goal for Ukraine. And no Zinchenko, although he is on the bench, as are the likes of Sidorchuk, Mikhailichenko, and Zubkov and Timchik, among others. But Mudryk was starting this game, and it was, as I said, it was the number 10, Albert Goodmanson's goal, which has pretty much put Iceland 1-0 up. And if it stays this way, then Iceland will qualify along with Georgia and the winner of the Wales versus Poland game. And we've got Hanno in. I'm sorry I didn't see you, but I was busy checking the other scores, but big up to you, or how's it, as you would say. Wonderful cricket stream you had earlier on. Excited for this friendly against the Carthage Eagles? You're mute, Hanno.
Apologies. Yeah, I'm excited. Of course, it's not both our best teams that are playing. It's really our B teams, which is a shame to see. But we have got some star players in our lineup. I'll bring it up now.
Yeah, I see Wolves' Ryan Ait Nouri playing at left back for Algeria, and Hussam Aouar, who Arsenal were interested in the centre of the midfield for Algeria. And good to see Ronwen Williams back for Bafana Bafana alongside a few other players. I see Mobi, Modiba, Rayner, and what can you tell me about this fellow Rayners who's starting as your lone striker?
Not much. He plays for Stellenbosch FC, which is not one of the best teams in the South African League. He's 17 match games, 7 goals, so not bad. His team is currently set last. Definitely. Well, 4th, actually. Apologies, 4th. So they're not that bad of a team. Okay.
Yeah. And on the bench, we've got the likes of Said Benrahma for Algeria. But, of course, you mentioned the Stellenbosch football team. Certainly not comparable to the Stellenbosch cricket team, I would imagine.
Yeah, of course, the Western Cape team. Definitely. Up there with one of the best. But yeah, we've got a few players coming back. Modiba, Zulu, Williams, Mokoena, Zwane. Yeah, that
Right.
were, and of course Williams that started. That were part of the Afcon squad, and then Morena as well on the bench.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I do
I
believe
don't know.
Williams could. I do believe Williams could go on to become really the next great South African goalkeeper after the likes of Andre Arenze, and I think Kune could have certainly become a great. But I think despite earning many caps, I don't think he really was able to take South Africa very far. And of course, Arenze was a gold cup, was a an Afcon winner with Bafana, and also a World Cupper with the team, very nearly taking them to the second round in Japan and Korea. But I do like Williams, and I think if South Africa are able to qualify for 2026, he could be one of the standout players.
Yeah, it definitely can be. I hope we do. Of course, next year is the Afcon as well to balance things out because
Right,
we've been
and
last year. So yeah.
it looks as though Algeria have made a late goalkeeping change because
Now
it was
this is the lineup of the previous game. They have made a few changes.
yes, because I saw
Yeah,
Zegba is in goal tonight, but it was Mandrea who started their last game, so
yeah.
very nearly had a yeah.
They have made one, two, three, four, five, six, eight, seven, eight changes to the lineup Algeria. Um, and we have made that's we have made to Andorra lineup. We've made one, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 changes. So both of us have changed our teams almost completely, which could be a bad thing or a good thing. Morena um, is started is now on the bench, so 9 ish. So yeah, man. It's not bad. Yeah, hopefully it's a good game of football.
Yeah.
Unlike the Wales Poland game, has been hmm, something to not
Forget.
really watch.
Well, both teams obviously seeing their defenses dominating. Wales have tried to get in, but Chesney hasn't been forced to make a save. He has rushed out and claimed a few shots, but a few balls, but not really made any big saves. Defense has really helped him. And as far as Poland are concerned, Ward definitely hasn't had to make a save. And we are coming back live to the Cardiff City Stadium. So I'm just going to change the banner slightly here. I do believe they will be starting your game in 15 or so minutes. So just
Yeah.
inform me when they're starting, and I will let you take over momentarily.
Where's that game?
And of course, in case you missed it, Ben Davies very nearly scored with the last piece of
Yeah.
action of the first half in stoppage time, but that was chalked off because Kiefer Moore was offside. So if Kiefer had not been so much more forward, Wales would be 1-0 up. Less is more, Kiefer. Moore, of course, starting ahead of David Brooks. That's the only change that Rob Page has made. And of course, Poland more or less fielding the same team that thrashed Estonia in the semi-final. So no changes made at half time, and we see the Poles coming out.
Spain 1-0 against Brazil. Wow.
Ooh, nice. I wonder who scored. England, of course, are 2-1 down to Belgium. That should make you a happy chappy.
Who scored? Rodri penalty.
12 minutes. But we are out now at the Cardiff City Stadium, and Wales are about to get us underway for the second half. 45 minutes standing between either destiny or extra time. And if this goes to extra time, I will be on with you for a little bit longer. Oh boy. A pass to Jordan James from Brennan Johnson, and James trying to send it forward, but that falls harmlessly to the Polish defender, and that is Slish who passes it back, and that is Kivior who now has to try to send that forward. And at the moment, it keeps getting passed back to the defense.
Yeah,
and I believe that was Zalewski who's now come back to defend. Yep.
Yeah.
So it's effectively a 5-3-2 that Poland are playing, or more likely a 5-4-1, because Lewandowski doesn't really go too far up front. He's now settling into more of a midfield position. But Wales winning the ball, and it is Johnson on the left. A short pass to Kiefer Moore, passing it back to Jordan James. Ampadu finding Neco Williams and sent tumbling. And Orsato not opting to give a foul, playing the advantage. Davies to Rodon, to Mepham, and a pass back to Rodon, who passes it back to Danny Ward. No saves made tonight for the Leicester City number 3.
Well, he hasn't had many shots to face, if we're being honest.
Exactly. I mean, you could put Wayne Hennessy in that goal and it would make no difference. If anything, according to some Wales fans, it would actually increase Wales's chances, but the Nottingham Forest goalkeeper, who has over 100 caps for Wales, not having the best of seasons with Forest, was injured, in fact, and Ward has ended up coming in. And
a question to you, of course, you know a bit about the Ireland setup. What's going on with Ireland and their football? Have they sacked their manager, or what's going on?
Yeah, Stephen Kenny left his job after the conclusion of their qualifying campaign for the Euros. I can tell you this, the former Manchester United defender John O'Shea, who's taken interim charge, he took charge of the Republic when they drew against Belgium 0-0. But, I mean, just imagine, this Belgium team drew against Ireland 0-0, and they're beating England 2-1. But this game against Switzerland will be his last game before a new manager will be appointed. A lot of us were hoping that it would be Lee Carsley, the former Ireland international and current England under-21 coach, who was, of course, a member of the 2002 World Cup squad, but that ended up falling through. So once again, the search continues for a new Ireland manager.
Okay.
But O'Shea seems to have done a decent job with the team, not doing too well tonight against the star-studded Switzerland side. And, of course, my friend, the old-school gunner, David Cole, is Irish, of course, but lives in Switzerland, so maybe it's a divided loyalties. Free kick there by Neco Williams. And what a save by Szczesny. Well, Moore finally getting his head onto the ball there. And I'll tell you what, when you're 6'4" and you have that ability to glance that header, you need to make sure that your goalkeeper is that tall, and Szczesny timing it perfectly. I think it was probably a slightly comfortable height for him, but he still had to make the save. David Raya would concede that goal, believe you me. So would Aaron Ramsdale.
I don't know. I think if it was 2 centimeters more towards the corner, it might have gone in. But wow, what a save!
It could have, yes, it could have. And the subsequent corner was taken by Neco Williams, but not really threatening. It is a throw now. Connor Roberts to take it. We'll find out who ends up being the beneficiary of this long throw and what sort of pressure will this provide. Again, no substitutions made by either team. Into the penalty area. Poland cannot clear their lines just yet. Back to Roberts. Into the penalty area. This time Szczesny punching it. And Orsato seeing Davies and Szczesny coming together. I think Davies pretty much bumped into Szczesny as he was punching the ball. A clear infringement on the goalkeeper, and that will be a free kick. But fine free kick there by Connor Roberts.
Yeah.
And Szczesny getting to that, and Davies upending him there. But take a look at this. You do have a point that it needed to, the aim that the direction needed to be more towards the corner because that way Chesney would have had no chance. And I think the big mistake he did was that he ended up using his right hand to claw that away. Probably would have been better suited using his left hand and trying to twist his body. But had that been more towards the top corner, that would have gone in. You're absolutely right.
But
And we are coming up.
also have to give applause to her head because it's almost adding that from in line with um of the other post from the near post where Chesney is standing. So
Yeah,
massive credit to him getting it there, all the
yeah,
way there.
yeah. That still needed to be 2 inches more to the right from Keith. And we see the first booking of the game. Piotrowski getting a yellow card for stopping a Wales attack from a poor Poland giveaway. And we see Piotrowski, of course,
Yeah.
having a ball spot at the back of his head. Is that what playing for Poland does to you? Neko
Um,
Williams and Harry Wilson, I think, standing over this. Actually, that might have been
First,
Johnson who
let's
took
see what
that.
happens
Beautifully
here.
flighted, but Zelensky able to clear that well.
Now, Manny, I got a question to you as an Arsenal fan. Um, you're in the Champions League. If Mikel Arteta beats Bayern, beats City or Real Madrid in the semi-final, then goes on to win it in the final against PSG, Dortmund, Atletico Madrid, or who else is there? Um,
Barcelona.
and Barcelona. He beats one of those four teams in the final. Does Mikel Arteta deserve a statue?
Not yet. Not
No.
yet.
If he wins the Champions League, going on, beats Bayern, beats Madrid, beats, let's say, probably Barca now. Let's say PSG, Barca, or Atletico in the final. He won to the Champions League. You've won Champions League. That's it. And minding that big run, that's it. Deserve a statue.
I said not yet, eventually. Because bear in mind that if George Graham hasn't gotten a statue yet, and he, of course, was the guy who won another of our big European trophies, which sadly is now defunct, then it wouldn't be fair to simply clamour for a statue for Mikel Arteta. But I can tell you straight away that that will not happen. We have no chance of getting past the semi-final against either of those two behemoths, and I do like our chances, though, of beating Manchester City at the Etihad because they've lost Walker and Stones to injury while on England duty. It will be touch and go to see if they will be fit for the weekend. I don't think they will. So, who does Guardiola play in defence?
Mm, maybe.
The
Maybe.
possibility of Rico Lewis at right back and someone else? I'll tell you what, Guardiola does have the ability to unearth some young gems, even better than Arteta. Oscar Bob, Rico Lewis, and several others. At the
Oscar
moment,
Bob is quality.
yeah, Bednarek. Back to Bednarek from Piotrowski. And Poland now having to play some really tentative, risky football. And eventually, they're still not quite able to clear their lines. And Wales, pressing brilliantly, are able to get the ball, but some good defensive work there. And now through Robert Lewandowski and Zielinski, Poland can try and take it forward. It is Frankowski now who tries to send it forward, and he finds Lewandowski, but Rodon there doing some excellent work, but at the cost of conceding a throw. And this is where Poland can be dangerous on the counter, but without Lewandowski up front and
Oh,
with
we've
Sadowski
got an
not doing.
equalizer. Ukraine of the equalizer against Iceland.
Well, we were talking about this. They were down 1-0 against Bosnia, but came back to win. Could it be second time the charm for the war-torn nation? I certainly wouldn't mind seeing either team in the finals, although Ukraine probably deserve it more. A chance to bring joy to their war-torn nation the way Palestine were able to do with their performances in the Asian Cup. Bednarek. And I'll tell you what, Palestine could have been possibly set for a run to the semi-finals in that tournament. They were just very unfortunate to come up against the hosts and defending and eventual champions Qatar. Zielinski and Orsato opting not to play the advantage and instead booking Jordan James for a poor foul there on what looks like Jakub Kivior. No, it's not Kivior, it's Slish. And had it been Kivior, then that would have been really a heart and mouth moment for Arsenal fans. But Jordan James there, the number 17, showing a bit of rashness there, expected from a person aged 17. 55 minutes gone, Wales 0, Poland 0, and we're about to start proceedings between Algeria and South Africa, so you are more than welcome to take centre stage. Host with the most.
Yeah, yet to see kickoff. Players just getting ready for it. Seems like a full packed out Algerian at the stadium, of course. The stadium is called Nelson Mandela, so named after him. They had a banner thing also there of his face on Africa, so massive shout out to the Algerians. But that, just seeing the
Took me
lineup
long
for
enough to
3
set
3
that right.
for South Africa.
Yeah. That header from Kiefer Moore was the first attempt on target, and this game might be starting to open up a little bit. Crosses the penalty area, headed away, but only as far as Zielinski. And does he win a corner? Yes, he does. Well, Poland are now starting to look very dangerous on the counter indeed, but go ahead. I'm sorry about that.
No worries. Oh, they're just doing the coin toss now.
Well, I can tell you that from the subsequent corner by Zielinski, Lewandowski actually rushed to meet that, but couldn't get his header on target. It ended up flying high and wide. And Davies there, his counterpart as skipper, putting pressure on him. So still 0-0 between Wales and Poland and a Wales goal kick. Go ahead, Hanno.
No, you can still continue. You're still waiting for a kickoff, so you can
And very
continue.
nearly a mix-up there between Bednarek and Szczesny, and the Arsenal goalkeeper getting himself injured and is now on the ground. Outrageous attempt to try to chip everyone, but I think Orsato has stopped play, and the goalkeeper's clutching his lower shin, and that does look painful. And Jan Bednarek there really selling his goalkeeper a dummy and making himself look an absolute dummy. And well, clearly, Jan, that was not a very classy thing to do, expecting his goalkeeper to sort of clean up, and Wilson ending up, I'm not sure you can call that a foul, because Wilson certainly wasn't attempting to foul the Juventus goalkeeper there. And Szczesny eventually able to get up and walk back to his goal, but that was some pretty poor play there from the Southampton and one-time Aston Villa defender. Very nearly letting the Fulham man come in. I'm sure that passing to Bednarek is the last thing on his mind at the moment. And he opts to take a long goal kick and send it up long. And that should fall safely into the Welsh defence. But Frankowski there very nearly causing Neco Williams all sorts of problems. In the end, conceding a throw to Wales.
And it is kickoff here for us. The side early thrown to Algeria. Yep, to everyone that is watching, do make sure to like and subscribe. It's much appreciated. And some good play there from Algeria. Still have it. Of course, we saw Algeria being knocked out in the group stage of the African Cup of Nations. Now we see Bafana coming forward, looking to create something down this left-hand side. Oh, some good play. I think that's one. Heavy touch as we regroup. Now down the right-hand side. Crossed in, comes off Algerian player. And it's going to be a throw-in. Was Vladimir Petkovic is the coach for Algeria. There's lots of rumors around Hugo Bruce, South African manager, leaving us after this game to go and manage Turkey or Tunisia. I think Turkey. But the South African board has come out and said no. Um, um, they have denied allegations of anything of that happening. Hopefully, they are. There's no rumors. There's no. It's just. It's just ash, and there's no smoke.
I think you mean just fumes and no smoke. And I do stand corrected. The Algerians are not the Carthage Eagles. That's a Tunisian team. The Algerians are called the Fennecs. 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 So apologies for that. Got to be willing to admit when you're wrong. And already crossed the hour mark here. Still goalless between Wales and Poland. No real action as such. Zalewski being caught offside in the penalty area. And still no real action as far as Poland are concerned. Back to you, Hannah.
Oh, shot! Oh, against the crossbar. Against the crossbar. There, number 7. Who's number 7? I think it's one of the new guys for us. Apollos. So close. Good play here from Algeria. They can keep it in. Free kick.
Good play here by Poland now as they try to break through. But some good work there. It is Frankowski and Zielinski who are trying to make something happen on the right side. And Zielinski now with not the best pass into the penalty area, but Poland still have the ball. And Zielinski can still try and create a bit of a nuisance, if only he weren't dallying. Slish right now, and Frankowski is able to rescue the situation. Nice back heel to Slish, laying it off for Piotrowski. Slish, the number 8, but Ampadu coming to the rescue, although Poland still have the ball. Got it back. Frankowski now into the penalty area, and that is headed behind by Joe Roden. I'm pretty certain he wanted to try to head it back into play. All he did was send it behind for yet another corner. And so all happening out there. And I can tell you that it is still England 1, Belgium 2 as we've crossed the hour mark at Wembley. And not looking good for Gareth Southgate. Potentially 2 defeats in succession. England and Scotland may have done well to qualify for the Euros, but so far they have not cut the mustard in these recent friendlies.
Yeah. Of course, big shout out to Georgia, who qualified for their first Euros.
Yeah, I wanted Greece to win. Georgia stole their semi-final win over Luxembourg, really. But football is cruel sometimes, and we had a huge melee at the end of the first half in that match, which resulted in a few, in one the Georgian reserve goalkeeper, Laurier, being sent off, and a few others. into the penalty area. And how exactly did Jakub Kiwior miss from there? Well, he scored a few goals for Poland, but this time around he's proved that he's not a goal scorer. Beautifully flighted, escaping Chris Mepham, but unable to keep his to keep his composure, unable to control the ball. And had
Good ball
that been
from
and a
Algeria.
potential poor giveaway there, Swiderski intercepting that, but eventually Wales somehow clearing their lines, and they're starting to look a little bit sloppy as we cross the 65-minute mark at the Cardiff City Stadium. And Wales need to get their act together if they want to qualify after winning this game. But at the moment, Poland do have the ascendancy. Well, Poland were making some mistakes in the first half, but some mistakes have started to creep into the Welsh game. Not looking good. Back to you, Hanno.
It's a free kick to us, deep in our half. Yeah, it's been good play from both teams, really. Also, another injury. Liverpool, Andy Robertson has picked up another injury for Scotland.
Yeah,
In
that
the
was the first
Scotland
half.
game.
He was replaced. He was replaced.
Yeah.
I covered that.
Okay. Good player from Algeria down the right hand side. Well, left hand side for them, but right hand side for us. And yeah, Algeria come forward now. Chance to cross it in as a shot. Ooh. And try to get a touch there. The number 9 from Algeria got her. The touch was a bit too heavy than he wanted it to be. And it's gone out for a goal kick. He just wanted to get a slight touch on it to send it away. It might have gone in if he doesn't touch it. Yeah, it's a goal kick for us. Taken short.
Looks as though Wales are making a substitution, and it could be Brennan Johnson coming off from the looks of it. As we come up to the 3-quarter mark in the game, 67 minutes and 30 seconds is officially the 3-quarter mark in the game. Not too sure the substitutions are going to be made just yet, though, but we will find out soon enough.
Spain have doubled their lead against Brazil. And Daniel Olmo of the goal. France have also taken the lead against Chile.
They were ahead 2-1. They were ahead 2-1 at half time, I think. Yusuf Fofana and Randall Kolo Muani with France's goals.
Yeah.
And
Daniel Olmo.
At the moment, Wales trying to gain some of the ascendancy again. And a weaker header from Kiefer Moore this time into the ground and safely into the grateful large hands of Wojciech Szczesny. How long before David Brooks comes on to replace either Johnson or maybe Wilson? We'll find out soon enough. At the moment, though, it's Davidovich who passes it back to Szczesny. Poland have not made any changes, and potentially a poor clearance there from the goalkeeper, and Wales do win it back. Wilson in the penalty area, but Bednarek stands in the way, and that will be a Wales goal. And flag raised for offside anyway, so the chance goes begging.
Yeah, they cross-hooked in from us, but keeper collects it.
Substitution for Wales. Brennan Johnson coming off. Nottingham Forest being replaced by Fulham/Leeds United's Dan James, who also won his 50th cap in the semi-final against Finland and is on for cap number 51 tonight. So a lot of these younger players are gaining more and more experience under Page, and we see a new generation being
good
born.
ball. Chance here for South Africa. Played shot from distance, right there, the keeper. Fortunately.
And this is promising for Wales with Williams going in the centre,
Brazil
finding Dan James.
Equalised. Sorry, not to equalise. Brazil have gotten one back. And it's Rodrigo, just 4 minutes after Spain doubled their lead.
Dan James unable to prevent that ball from going out of play, and that will be a Poland goal kick. As we cross the 70-minute mark over at Cardiff, quite some time back, it is 70 minutes and 48, 49, 50 seconds. Wales 0, Poland 0. And you can see the anxiety creeping up. And of course, on one occasion when Wales did have a playoff loss, it was to the Republic of Ireland in qualifying for the 2018 World Cup. But that wasn't really so much of a playoff as one which ended up rewarding the Irish with a place in the playoff against Denmark. But then Martin O'Neill's team were crushed at home by Denmark in that match. I believe it was Christian Eriksen who scored a hat-trick in that game. And a huge foul here on Roberts. Zalewski connecting with his head there. Connor Roberts taking one for the team, as it were. And a deserved yellow card for the Roma winger, Zalewski there, number 21. You can't stay forever 21, son. Time to grow up. What's going on between Bafana and the Fenix? Hanno.
Oh, it's been end to end really, but not having such shots on target. Just end to end, good attacks, but no real structure this game so far. But defenses have been tested. It seems like a back five for Algeria. And we do have a free kick almost in the center of the pitch.
Bednarek with the free kick back to Davidovic.
Let's see what happens from this free kick. It's a good few yards out, but anything's possible. Maybe chip it and then somebody in the box gets something on it. You have to get lots of power on it if you want to get it, because it can get it up and over, but yeah, he goes for it. Did the keeper get a touch? No, he didn't, says the ref.
I'm not too sure Stepsy would have been happy not seeing Kaminski start for Belgium tonight. Once again, it's the Nottingham Forest goalkeeper Matt Sells who keeps his place. It looks as though Cohen Castiles was injured and dropped out of the squad. But a chance here for Wales, maybe. Nope. Poland's defence stands firm for now, but Wilson doing some work and winning a free kick. As we are coming up to the 75-minute mark over at the Cardiff City Stadium. Still Wales 0, Poland 0. But now that we're into the last 15 minutes, it is squeaky backside time, effectively. Hanno, back to you.
It's now a free kick to Algeria on the side of the box. Definitely a foul. But glancing at it from an Algerian player. So a one-man wall to stop this free kick. And that one-man wall does stop it. But yeah, it's gone down.
Well, not too much in terms of action over here. Szczesny, of course, plucking a tame Rodon header out of the air. And at the other end, some good Polish play resulting in a shot from Zalewski, which was high, wide and ugly.
Ronwen Williams claims the corner.
So Poland have had 10 attempts to Wales' 7, but only one attempt has been on target all game, and that was Kiefer Moore's effort, which was acrobatically saved by Wojciech Szczesny.
That's a good ball over the top. Can we maybe get the ball in again? Oh, we've lost it. It's 2v3. We get players back in time. They're very slow on the counter attack, but they still have it. Some good play. No free kick called. Looks like one from Angelaso. Oh, cuts in. Keep cutting in. Now played back outside shot. Straight at the keeper and over the ball.
And of course, if Poland were to fail to qualify, I wonder if we will see Robert Lewandowski in a Poland shirt again. Could possibly be allowed to get to 150 caps and then maybe call it a day. But I'm sure he will not want to see his international career end on a low note. Danny Ward to Davies. And some good work by Piotrowski to pick Davies' pocket. And Piotrowski can now run down the wing. A high cross, but more hopeful. Ending up being hopeless, really. Going out for a throw all the way on the other side. Back to you, Hanno. And we do have a Polish substitution. The number 17, Bartosz Salomon. And the number 23, Krzysztof Piatek. So we've got a Salomon coming on
from Algeria, and it's going to be a free kick. Try to stop them, but holds him back. Shot pull.
So it's Bednarek and Swiderski coming off. Good choices to come off, really. Neither player really justifying their selections tonight. I mean, Bednarek was starting to tire a little bit, and Swiderski not quite able to find his positioning. And it is Piatek on for Swiderski and Salomon on for Bednarek. So Piatek should be partnering Lewandowski up front, or really performing as the lone striker. Coming up to 80 minutes at the Cardiff City Stadium. Still Wales 0, Poland 0. 10 minutes to go. Still very much in squeaky backside time. Back to you, Hanno.
Well, Algeria was just almost clean through, and Ronwen Williams made a fantastic tackle inside his own box. We're now on the counter, and that's good interception. And now Algeria go again. It's 4v2. We've got a good chance. Oh, and it's 1-0 Algeria. Fantastic goal from the number 12. It's a good goal. I can't lie. Benzia. Yashin Benzia. It's a good goal. 1-0. Yeah. Good play. On the counter, lost the ball. Probably should have kept it a bit longer. Defending should be getting the ball off him there. Just let him go and have a shot. It's a fantastic finish.
What minute was the goal scored?
Around the 20th. I'll tell you now. 22nd.
Very good. So yeah, so you can handle that. At the moment, Poland at the other end into the Wales penalty area, but nothing really coming of that. But Poland do get the ball back. Kivior sending it out to Zalewski on the left. Zalewski up against Roberts, finds the penalty area, but only finds Ethan Ampadu, who sends that out for a throw. And okay, so first half, Algeria 1, South Africa 0. Benzia, 22nd minute, am I right?
Yeah.
Perfect. At the moment, it is still Wales 0, Poland 0, and we could be going to extra time here. And Connor Roberts is down injured. Not very good news. Hopefully it's nothing serious, and this should add a few minutes to the stoppages at the end of the game. We see some more substitutions being lined up by Robert Page. Could it be David Brooks coming on?
Oh, Algeria again on the attack. Oh, well, intercepted it there really well. Gone up for throwing. Don't know. Is it 2-1? Or just 1-1? Still in the other game.
It looks as though Connor Roberts' involvement is about to end as he is being brought off right now. Is it for another defender or... Nope, it's for David Brooks, who will probably...
And it's a comeback completed, I believe. I believe Ukraine have made it 2-1. Yet to get confirmation, but...
Oh, boy.
If I'm correct, they have, but... Might still...
Yeah, confirmation of the substitution there. Roberts off for Brooks. And it was Shiankov who scored in the 54th minute. We'll find out the scores later on. But Lewandowski causing problems and Dan James having to defend that. And a more desperate clearance up into the air, finding Piotrowski, but unable to make something happen by himself. And this is where Wales are always strong. They've got strength in numbers at the back, and they know how to get proper support. And that wasn't really a good
Portugal
ball in, but it goes out for a throw
Portugal are now 2-0 down.
against
2-0
Slovenia.
down against Slovenia.
And Cristiano Ronaldo started. So, Bobby Martinez, no room for sentiment. Drop CR7 from your squad.
And it is Mikhailo Mudryk who's completed a comeback for Ukraine. Why are you laughing? Mikhailo Mudryk, respect.
Of course, I respect him, son. We were supposed to get him, and we got Trossard instead. You got him. You thought your fans thought he was rubbish, and now he's thriving at Chelsea, and now he's scored. He's sent Ukraine potentially into their first into the Euros again. Not their first, but certainly there's some Euro finals. Many people didn't believe he would come good, but credit to Pochettino. He's brought the smile back on the
Well,
boy's
I
face.
wouldn't say it's balling at us.
No, it's
Doing alright.
maybe not balling, but he's showing more glimpses of his potential, and he will get better in the coming seasons. So maybe it wasn't money wasted.
Who knows?
Don't tell me to respect him, boy. I have nothing but respect for Mudryk.
No, you're laughing. You're laughing at him.
No, I'm laughing in disbelief at all these Arsenal fans who were sneering at Chelsea for having wasted money on him. He could have been ours. And apparently we're looking to take him off Chelsea's hands. Go figure. And apparently there's a joke by a Chelsea fan. H from Steps got the goal.
Okay, give
H
us an 80 mil? 70 mil? Give us 70 million?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be too bad. Or you could give us Trossard in exchange. Wouldn't mind him. Baller. Cross.
Quality, but is probably best as more of an impact sub, and maybe he will want to leave for more football. Don't see him going back to Brighton, though. Mepham. Sent forward by... Ooh. There's a really good crossover there from, I believe, that might have been...
H from
might have been
got the goal.
H from Steps, he means. Steps is a popular girl / boy band, a unisex band that was very popular back in the day. H is the name of the guy with blonde hair. Real name, Ian Watkins.
Germany have completed a comeback 2-1.
Who are Germany playing?
Netherlands. They were 1-0 down. They have completed a comeback. Fulkrug. Nicholas Fulkrug.
Fulkrug proving to be a fulcrum for this Germany team. If Kai Havertz had scored, imagine the Arsenal fans going potty.
I believe he got subbed off, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, he got subbed off at the 73rd minute. They scored in the 85th minute.
But he scored.
No, sorry. No, yeah, he didn't score. So.
Wow. Well, we are coming into the last minute of normal time. There will be stoppages. Wales trying to get into the Poland penalty area, but Kiefer Moore unable to make something of that. And we could be going into extra time here unless one of these teams comes up with a moment of magic that will either bring down the roof or leave an entire stadium in tears.
Yellow card to Algeria's number 14. Our.
Hussam Aouar. Piotrowski finding Lewandowski. Does Lewandowski shoot? He does, but it goes wide. And finally, the Poland captain lets fly with the last kick of normal time. 4 minutes of time to be added on. Well, finally, Lewandowski, after being completely quiet all game, lets fly there. Certainly not a bad strike. And I'll tell you what, had that strike been on target, I'm not too sure Danny Ward would have saved that. And you can see the anxiety on the Welsh faces. These last 4 minutes are really, forget about squeaky backside time. It is teeth grinding time. Nerve shredding time. Nail biting time. Whatever, it's just the time to be anxious. Neco Williams forcing a clearance there from Frankowski, which concedes a throw. And of course, with the score 2-1 between Ukraine and Iceland, into the 3rd minute of added time in that game in Wrocław in Poland, Ukraine looks set to be joining Georgia. So this game will decide the last qualifying nation. Will it be Lewandowski's lads from Poland, or will it be the Welsh Red Army? 1:30 played of stoppage time. Neco Williams to Ethan Ampadu. And that is Harry Wilson, who's had another good game tonight. Mepham sending it forward. And that was, I believe, Rodon there, making himself very useful indeed. And Kiefer Moore possibly to try and chest it back in, but unable to really make much of it. Claiming a corner, but Daniel Osato telling him, calm down, son. Don't take out your frustrations on me. And obviously with a claim that Kivior was tugging his shirt and had pushed him to the ground. Maybe Moore was trying to pull Kivior too. Inconclusive. I wonder if the VAR officials will force Osato to change his mind. No, they won't. And so 2 minutes and 20 seconds have been played, coming up to 2 minutes 30, and that will be a Poland free kick. Kiefer Moore conceding the foul.
Oh, chance again. Yes. Goal. Goal. Come on. Come
South
on.
Africa.
34th minute. Tembiswane puts us ahead.
That's ZWANE.
No, sorry, right? Not the equalizers. 34th minute. Tembiswane.
Okay. Is this spelling correct?
Yes.
Aren't you glad to have me for company?
I am. Good play. Wonderful. Wonderful in the midfield, Zwane. Then passes it to the wing, square again, and a good ball. Fantastic.
Right. So, last 30 seconds of stoppage time. Wales have a chance to be heroes, but they muck it up a little bit. Poland throw. Piotrowski to take it to Frankowski, to the to Davidovich, to the substitute Salomon. Kivior trying to send it forward. And that is it. No goals in the first and second half of regulation, and we will go into extra time. And I can also confirm that it is full time in Roslav, and the Ukraine have once again done it, come back from a goal down to secure their qualification for the Euros, courtesy of another late goal, this time from Mikhailo Mudrak. And the Ukraine find their way through. And I can confirm that Alexander Zinchenko did come on in the second half and also received a booking for his pains. But Zinchenko, Mudrak, and the Ukraine are through. And Iceland are once again left to lick their wounds, maybe apply some ice to them. Sad for them, but we know that they will come back and they will certainly fight hard to try and qualify for the World Cup.
Throw in to us. 2-2. Late equaliser.
Between who and whom?
Jude Bellingham. In the England game.
Hey, Jude. Da-do-do-do. I'm seeing that goal right now. Yes. Get in, Jude. You saved Southgate's bacon. Although he certainly wasn't going to get sacked before the Euros. I don't think he will last very long
And
either.
it's 2-2 in another game as well. Entric has scored again against Spain this time.
But I'll tell you what, Southgate is a lucky, lucky boy. Seconds away from a second consecutive friendly defeat, and he has Jude Bellingham to thank.
But ball up 10.
Out!
Clear. Oh, not cleared it out. Algeria still left the ball. Oh, then intercepted in the box. Now we counter. Come on. But this Bellingham, England fencing, did nothing all game, then just scores last minute.
St. Jude, as it were. But I am glad that I didn't watch that rubbish. What a disgrace. Instead, I'm watching two teams fight it out in the more prestigious match, at least in theory, for the chance to become the last qualifying team for the Euros. The winner of this match will, of course, complete the lineup. And it is still 1-1 between the Fenix and Bafana. Back to you for now, Hannah.
Algeria just having the ball. Yeah, Cole Palmer not getting game time, but yeah. Grant Kikena, our right back, has got a booking. Or left back. Don't know which one. It's gone out for a corner to Algeria.
Yeah, and Wales are just about to kick off right now. They'll kick off and I'll hand it back to you.
Headed out away. And it's a throw-in to us. 5 minutes left of this half. We're cooking. This Algerian team just got lucky on one counter attack. We've absolutely destroyed them.
So what are you cooking? A braai with some sadza?
Yeah. uh, a braai with some. I don't know. What do Algerians eat? I don't know what food they eat, but whatever they. I don't know.
I think one of the more popular dishes might be the tagine, which is also popular in Morocco.
Mm. Oh, with barbecue, any type of meat they eat.
And of course, you cannot have a braai without some of that deliciously spicy chakalaka sauce, from what I've heard.
Well, it depends person to person.
You might not like your spice, eh, Bert?
No, I can't say no spice.
Stay away from the spicy Indian curries, then.
Definitely.
Well, at the moment, another cagey beginning to the half right now as 2 minutes have been played. And I'm not too sure both teams would want to settle for penalties, but Wales might have the bit between their teeth when it comes to that. A throw into the Poland penalty area and headed away by Kivior. Dan James trying to connect with that, but does Szczesny prevent that from going out of play? Yes, he does. In any case, the offside flag has been raised. Well, a high throw there causing problems. If you can't throw long, throw high. And not the best connection there from Dan James. Potentially causing some problems, though, but the offside flag coming to Poland's rescue. Kivior to Zielinski. To Silic. Back to Salomon, the substitute. Looks as though Davidovic has moved a bit further away. That is Silic right now. Zielinski. Kivior. And Kivior does look very classy on the ball. Definitely more suited to being a central defender who can play well with the ball and does have a decent header. But Arteta wants to play him at left back. It is what it is. And a sharp header back from Davies to Ben Ward, who gathers it with no problems. Beautiful ball sent through, hoping to find David Brooks, who of course came on for Connor Roberts. Brooks controlling that ball very well, now up against Kivior. And passing it out to Jordan James. Back to James. From Wilson, I believe that was. Yep, Wilson. And Wilson again receiving it from Dan James. And that is a poor challenge, and that will be a free kick to Wales outside the Poland penalty area. And Davidovic there getting himself into a little bit of trouble.
Free kick for us. Or is it two? Oh no, one of the players just gone down. Don't know what's happened, but this will add a few more minutes to this half. Beautiful strike, that Algerian goal. Not gonna lie, but proper goal from us. Teamwork, nice bit of play.
Gareth Bale look-alike in the stands there, albeit with a bit of a stubble or some baby roots growing on his face. What they call a baby beard, I think.
Still getting some treatment. Don't know what happened.
Wilson into the wall.
It seems like you're going to penalties.
What could go to penalties?
Your game.
Well, I can tell you that 6 minutes have been played, and there was a free kick taken by Wilson, but it went into the Polish wall. And once again, Poland happy to play defensively, although not very effectively, it has to be said. Wales still finding ways to make nuisances of themselves, but the Polish defence holding firm.
Did the ref hit him? I think the ref was moving out of the way, and then he caught that Algerian player. That's why he went down.
Zalewski sending it high into the air.
Also, I see lots of the Algerians waving Palestinian flags and doing light show for them with the phones. So, yeah.
Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. I know we don't normally get political, but may the Almighty have mercy on the people of Palestine. At the moment, though, Kiwior to Zalewski. Poland trying to move away, and that's a poor challenge there from Chris Mepham, and he deservedly gets a booking, and you do not want to concede silly fouls like that. It could very well be that Wales are mentally preparing for penalties, but with Zalewski there, the back heel trying to send himself on his way, Mepham hacking him down. Not what you would want to see.
No, not. There were 2 minutes added on, but with that injury, so many time has gone by. So much time.
Kiwior now running forward. And once again, hoping to find a teammate, but the passing has been poor, and they just haven't been able to find that quality. They've made good runs in, but they haven't been able to connect very well at all, and they haven't troubled Danny Ward in goal tonight. Are Poland trying to play for penalties? We have to see. Kiefer Moore finding Harry Wilson, sending it forward to Williams. Davies has also come up. Wonderful work by the skipper. Davies pushed out by Szczesny, and no Welsh attacker on hand to get that, but Davies runs it back very well. Poland once again heading it away, and there's a Polish player down on the field, but Poland are able to clear their lines, and it's 1 against 2 at the moment with Lewandowski almost on his own. Passing it out to Zalewski on the left, but enough time for the Welsh cavalry to come right back. Zalewski against Mepham, out to Piotrowski. And, that was not at all far away. Sending it pretty much, it did go wide. I think he was aiming for the top corner, but just didn't have the bend on that. And this is now starting to become really wonderful end-to-end stuff. But I think he went for power there, Piotrowski, and I'll tell you what, if he had gotten that on target, Danny Ward was beaten hook, line, and sinker. There was no way that he was going to get that.
It's 2-1. Hold that. Hold that. Come on.
To South Africa?
Of course.
Who scored?
I think it's Swane again. So the ball is there. It's a good ball over the top. And cuts in Oh, that's a fantastic finish right into the far post. Hits top of the post and in. Keeper
Okay.
stood still. Tembe Swane. It's the
What minute?
45th minute. You can pick or choose, Manny. That's a fantastic goal.
Well,
I
whichever
would
minute
say.
it was at the right time before the conclusion of the
Uh,
half, and I can
and
tell
that's half
you,
time as
oh yeah,
well.
so no minutes added on. But that is, of course, half time. We are still into extra time, and the action hotting up. And I can tell you that Poland have made a substitution. The number 10 Zielinski going off, and the number 20 Sebastian Szymanski coming on. So some fresh legs being brought on by the Polish manager. So half time, Algeria taking the lead through Benzia, but Zwane with 2 goals, the second of which coming on the stroke of half time. And Bafana sitting pretty, 2-1 up. Claim for a handball there against Szymanski, but Orsato not interested. And Lewandowski now seems to have a bit of a spring in his step. Zalewski's come up to support him on the left. And Kivior's also come up. But it'll be Zalewski to Lewandowski, back to Zalewski. And laying it off for Lewandowski, but Lewandowski, of course, being double teamed. Out to Slish. And Frankowski sending that in, but that is easily dealt with. And that should be a Poland throw, and is. 3 minutes to go until the end of the first half of extra time. It is Wales 0, Poland 0. And a dreadful giveaway there could see Kiefer Moore in. Kiefer Moore, but once again, the Polish defense spares its own blushes. Dreadful giveaway there. I don't know what that was Piotrowski who gave that away, but he more than made up for that. It was actually Salomon who helped him out, and Piotrowski there literally having his blushes spared. Piotrowski now finding Zalewski. And that's sent all the way out wide. Can Frankowski keep that in play? Yes, he does. Frankowski against Williams into the penalty area, but a bit of a P-roller shot that goes through to Danny Ward. Would have been better off trying to cross that, really. Didn't get any kind of force or height on that. And that was easy for the Leicester number 3. Salomon.
Should we go and watch this Wales-Poland game again?
What do you mean?
Off time. Should we watch the?
No, it's up to you,
Okay.
I think, because look, there's a 15-minute break, obviously, and you might want to keep in charge of that. But what do you think of the first half, though?
Great first half. Both teams going at it. I think we got some more dominance towards the end of it, which led to us getting the 2 goals.
Yeah. Well, at the moment, we're into the last minute of the first half here, and some really good end-to-end stuff as opposed to the caginess. Szczesny forced to make another save before Poland's defense once again coming to the rescue. And Piotrowski with a chance to score, but his shot going wide of Danny Ward's top left corner, which of course was Poland's right. Salomon. Certainly not a fish out of water in that defense. Kivior. Zalewski. And sending it across the field to Frankowski, who literally has been magisterial on that right wing. Hoping to find Lewandowski, but that is easily cut away. Good work there from the Wales defense. And the referee blows his whistle for the end of the first half of extra time. No stoppages added on at the end of that. The game was allowed to flow. And it looks as though, unless we see a moment of magic, we could be going to penalties. And of course, I did mention the subplots. Robert Lewandowski in what could possibly be his final major tournament campaign for Poland. I don't know if he will be able to spearhead their attempt to qualify for the 2026 World Cup, or maybe he will. And this Welsh team, of course, very much a tight, united unit, but so far they've lacked the quality they showed in their semi-final against Estonia. And we see the senior figures, Aaron Ramsey and Wayne Hennessy, coaching and coaxing and goading the players on. It hasn't exactly been a complete classic, but both teams have definitely given it their all. And there will be a substitution at halftime and extra time. I believe Jakub Piotrowski has played his last pass or shot, rather, and he is being replaced by the number 13, Taras Romanchuk. About to start the second half. And they've just kicked off. And Poland now attacking from left to right. Frankowski passing it back to Davidovich. Salomon. Kivior. Back to Salomon. And already we see the new guy, Romanchuk, trying to settle into the defense, but so far hasn't had a touch of the ball. Salomon sending that forward. And Ampadu with not the best header, finding Zalewski. Piatek's in the penalty area. Sends it across to Frankowski, does Zalewski. And once again, promising attack goes begging with the Polish attacker overrunning himself. Davidovich, and Romanchuk gets his first touch of the ball. Back to Davidovich, who passes it to the number 8, Slish, who's had a good game. And Frankowski has a race to try to keep the ball in play, and he won't win that race. Goal kick to Wales. And if it does go to penalties, I'm pretty sure Danny Ward is more than adept at saving a few. I believe he's saved at least one or two during the qualifying campaign for Wales. Of course, you can't also discount a certain Wayne Hennessy, 6'5". I don't believe that Page will bring on Hennessy just for the penalties, though. Goal kick taken long by Ward, and that is headed back, but Poland should be able to deal with that fairly effectively. And still, though, a chance for Harry Wilson as he runs into the penalty area, laying it off for Brooks. The number 7, blocked. And Poland, once again, somehow able to clear their lines. Their defense has been very effective all game, but it has been stretched. Szymanski trying to send that forward. Now it is back with Zalewski. Kivior. Romanchuk. Back to Kivior. Salomon. Frankowski. And Frankowski trying to escape from Williams, but Williams doing ever so well and conceding a throw-in. Frankowski with the throw, a short one to Slish. Finding Romanchuk, the substitute. Back to Slish. Frankowski. Left-footed this time, into the penalty area. And that header had force from Szymanski, but had the wrong direction completely. Of course, it wouldn't really have troubled Danny Ward, I'm sure, if that had been on target, but clearly Szymanski there getting his directions all mixed up. And time to also take a look at a few results from the friendlies, but confirmation that England snatched a draw with the very last kick of the game. Jude Bellingham sending the ball past Matt Sells in the Belgium goal to secure what must be said was an undeserved draw and effectively saving Gareth Southgate's bacon there. Back to Danny Ward, Joe Rodon. Davies. Brooks. And that was Ampadu there. And Brooks sends it back to Rodon. Davies again, back to Ward. And Romanchuk now is able to clean up for Poland, passing it back to Kiwior. Sending it out wide to Zalewski, who has to try and send it forward. Finds its way to Kiwior eventually. And that is Romanchuk. Piatek is, of course, all the way up there on the left. Instead, it's Salomon who sends it across to Frankowski on the right. Back into Slish. Back to Slish from Romanchuk. Salomon. It looks as though Romanchuk is going to try and play the Prychowski role. Laid off for Frankowski there, but not really the best layoff with the Welsh defenders closing in on him. But it is back with Slish, who sends it into Romanchuk. Romanchuk not exactly as physically imposing as Piotrowski, but certainly one who could try and find a pass. He does find Zalewski, but a little bit of extravagance there from the number 21, and there was nobody on the end of that. Certainly they were not expecting that to, connect there. But it is Piatek, the number 23, who ends up getting the ball. Gets it past Rodon. Frankowski into the penalty area, and Ampadu clears that out for a corner. And it looks as though Hanno has taken a break away from the keyboard while we try and see this game through to its conclusion. 9 minutes left. We've just crossed the 111th minute of the game. And it will be Szymanski, the number 20, to take this. Left-footed in-swinger. It flies it in perfectly. A high header there. And Ward forced to punch that out. Unfortunately for Danny Ward, the other Daniel, James, is on hand to send that harmlessly, really, back into the Polish half and out for a Poland throw, which will be sent all the way back to Wojciech Szczesny. And this is rather unfortunate because David Brooks, who had just come on as a sub, is now being brought off. He came on for Connor Roberts in the second half, and he's being brought off for the number 23, Nathan Broadhead. So maybe with penalties in mind, or is Brooks just tiring? I'm not too sure. Can't be anything but a tactical substitution from the looks of it. And the Wales throw there, won very well by Kiefer Moore. And so quite disappointing for Brooks, who was dropped for Moore for this game. Came on as a substitute and has now been subbed off himself. I wonder if the poor chap was starting to tire a bit. Ben Davies sending that forward. Frankowski able to almost expertly clear that, and some good football there between Frankowski and his teammate, and some good football here, but into the Welsh defence. But It is now with Zalewski. Szymanski's coming up on his left. Passed out to Kivior. Now with Szymanski. Romanchuk. Szymanski. Into the penalty area. Headed away comfortably by Davies and Broadhead, and now Ampadu. Some head tennis there, but only as far as Slish. Frankowski into the penalty area. Needed a Polish head on that, but instead it got a Welsh header. And Wales can finally try and break, but no, they can't. Poland forced themselves back into the danger zone. And that should go out of play, and it does. Robert Lewandowski unable to get on the end of that hopeful pass more than anything else from Jakub Kivior. And of course, if it does go to penalties, Wojciech Szczesny is definitely an ace that Poland have in their deck. Save the penalty from Lionel Messi in the World Cup, as I mentioned. Not enough to save Poland from going down 2-0 to the eventual champions. Back in time for the start of the second half, Anna?
Yeah, back in time.
Well, we're 6 minutes away from the end of extra time here, and it could end up going to penalties. But there is still, strangely enough, time for one team to snatch a winner, which will either send the crowd into a frenzy or drive them to tears.
Okay, a substitution, yeah. Number 6 on for number 18. Or Amora off. Zera Rookie on.
Polish corner. 5 minutes to go. Szymanski, left-footed, away swinger. Poland in the ascendancy. But Wales are able to clear, only as far as Frankowski, who controls it brilliantly, sending it back out to Szymanski. Headed back into the danger zone, but Wales are able to clear that. And Wales win a throw. Nathan Broadhead there doing a good deed indeed for his country. 6 minutes to go. Back to you, Hannah.
Algeria have the ball. Passing it around the back. I think we're going to set up more defensively, definitely.
And it was actually Mittelstadt and Füllkrug who scored for Germany, replying to Veerman for the Netherlands. A completely different team to the one that played against Scotland.
Again on the attack. Can they create something? No. Intercepted. Gets around them. Pass back and now puts it up the wing, but Algeria win it.
Three minutes to go in Cardiff. And Poland still having some of the ascendancy. Wales are normally a strong counter-attacking team, but they haven't been able to get in behind that Poland defense.
Algeria in the box. Tried to square it, but well intercepted. Now it's South Africa on the counter. Number 21. Cuts in, passes it. Going to need to have a shot. That's great defending. It's an Algerian throw-in. Austria 6-1 up against Turkey.
Ooh.
Rough rank masterclass. Germany 1-2-1.
Austria's certainly cooking some turkey tonight. And it's not even Christmas.
Switzerland beat Ireland 1-0. Northern Ireland beat Scotland, like you said. And Croatia beat Egypt 4-2. And France beat Chile 3-2. Then Brazil, Spain still 2-2.
Well, we picked another winner here. Could be going to penalties as we enter the last minute of extra time.
Oh, some good play by Algeria. Far post. Touch not the best. Coming from deep, shot straight at the keeper.
Okay, last 40 or so seconds. Poland attack. Frankowski into the penalty area. Tamely in towards arms, and that should be the end of it with about 30 seconds to go.
On the attack.
I think both teams have accepted the inevitability of penalties, really.
Had a good opportunity, they messed it up, and now Algeria are coming forward. Don't have really anyone forward, and then that pass played to a player that's in an offside position. Penalty to Spain.
Ooh.
Oh, some good play from South Africa. Shot from distance blocked.
And drama here at Cardiff. It looks as though Wales have just about to receive a red card. Chris Mepham getting a second booking and has been sent off. Conceded a free kick, and this is dreadful news, potentially, for Wales and Robert Page.
Doesn't really matter. It's towards the end of extra time, right?
Well, Mepham could have been expected to be one of the penalty takers there. Coming in late on Romanchuk, and Orsato deciding that warranted a free kick. I think he had the ball with him and sent the ball away, but the momentum took him into Romanchuk's leg there, and tragic really for Chris Mepham, who had a fine game in the heart of the Welsh defence. And now that depleted Welsh defence has got to defend this last gasp free kick. And what will happen from here? Szymanski to send it into the penalty area. That should be headed away, and that should be that, you would think. Yep, that's that. Full time in extra time. Wales 0, Poland 0. And we go to the dreaded penalties. Danny Ward against Wojciech Szczesny. Which goalkeeper will become a hero tonight? Once again, after normal time and extra time, no goals between either team after scoring 4 and 5 respectively in their semi-finals. Wales and Poland finish goalless, and we will have penalties. Wojciech Szczesny's made 2 fine saves tonight for Poland.
And Algeria have equalised. And that's
Which
been
minute?
coming the second half. 52. Awful mistake between the centre backs. and I think maybe Williams passed it straight to him. Then, yeah, mistake, big mistake. Then Williams tries to go for it. Doesn't. Algeria again. Cross. Just misses the player.
Who
Um,
scored?
Let me quickly give you the information. Who scored? Still hasn't updated yet, but it. Ooh, yes. Um, Yashin Bremen.
How do you spell that?
Brahimi.
Brahimi.
30, yeah, Brahimi. 53rd minute.
Okay. Okay, so you're going to have to handle this from now on because I've got the penalties to
Yeah,
do.
all the penalties on. I'll watch this game on my phone, then I watch also the penalties.
Okay. Coin toss between Davies and Lewandowski. I believe Davies has chosen the end on the left. I believe that might be where the majority of the. Yep, it looks as though Poland might be the first to take their penalty. So embraces there between Leicester City's number 3, Danny Ward, and Juventus' number 1, Wojciech Szczesny. Either one of these goalkeepers will be a hero tonight. Szczesny is a bit of a penalty expert at 6'5", but Ward has also saved more than a few.
Algeria have it again. Just kicks up into the air. And I won, but Algeria won it back. And let me just want to see this Algerian attack. We'll play the cross.
It looks as though the it will be the captain Lewandowski to take the first penalty. The skipper stepping up. Robert Lewandowski, the Poland captain. Lewandowski against Ward. He had a shot that went wide, but which could have troubled Danny Ward had that been on target. What happens with the captain? Sends Danny Ward the wrong way, cool as you like.
Oh,
And that is the first penalty.
this 15 of Algeria. Who's this? Ain't Nouri. He just sent him. Absolutely sent our fullback.
Okay, Wales penalty.
Captain Ben Davies.
Yep. Ben Davies.
Oh, lucky. And 1-1.
Also sending Szczesny the wrong way. I think sent it down the middle, and Szczesny dived to his right. So there it is. Arnold penalty 2. Sebastian Szymanski. Goal.
Seems like it might
Easy as
be
you
a
like.
long time.
We'll
These
find out,
penalties.
though. We'll find out. Pretty much mirroring Ben Davies' penalty. Down the middle. Kiefer Moore. And Danny Ward with no real chance there, diving the wrong way. Moore selected to start tonight ahead of David Brooks. Having a shot saved by Szczesny. And it goes in, but off the underside of the bar. But
Can
they
see
all
it's
count.
almost a stress reliever for him. There for
Poland penalty 3. The number 19, Frankowski.
silly
Frankowski.
giveaway, yeah. Algeria, but they still have a free kick.
Up against Ward.
Silly giveaway.
High and handsome. Ward definitely having no chance with that despite driving the right way. Harry Wilson with the third penalty. The Wales fans can't look. Up against Szczesny, who normally is a good penalty stopper but hasn't saved any tonight. Can Wilson hit the target or will Szczesny come up trumps? Nope. Wilson gets it in. And it is 3-3. And so we go to the crucial fourth penalty, where I'm sure one of these will be saved.
You would hope so. You would hope so. All played across the box, out for corner to Algeria. I think subs need to be made for us.
Zalewski's also had a good game, but not been able to get his shooting boots on a bit. It's quite on. But he has no problems against Danny Ward. Perfect penalty there. Straight to the side. You do not save those penalties. Poland have taken their penalties superbly, but Wales have also done their bit. And so this fourth penalty is one which could make or break the tie. Neco Williams.
Of course, we saw a fantastic free kick in the semi-final against... Who did they play again in the semi?
Finland.
It's fantastic free kick there.
Has a chance to keep his team very much in it. And he does.
Manny, I'm telling you, this is going straight to the goalkeepers.
And it's Piatek, number 23, Krzysztof Piatek. And this will probably be saved or missed. Or it won't.
Manny? Yeah. Manny, you are hoping. Very hard. But yeah, it's good penalties. It's going all the way.
Wales penalty number 5. Another
Daniel
substitute,
James.
Daniel James. If he misses, Wales are out. He's got to score.
Poof. The magic dragon for Wales is all blown out. This AFC always. Have you seen something we haven't?
He has! Chesney has saved it!
Right? Yes, it's been given. Daniel James. 3-3. Brazil equalizer. Who equalized for Brazil? Late equalizer. Who the hell is this? Last minute penalty. Oh, Lucas Paqueta steps up for last minute penalty, but be up yourself, Josh fan, for that. Poland are through.
A poor penalty, really, from Dan James. You do not want to be the guy to take the penalty in that situation. Chesney did save it, but you can see the devastation writ large on the faces of everyone at the stadium. The tears are flowing. Of course, for the youngsters, they will have another opportunity. But for the likes of Wayne Hennessy, maybe Aaron Ramsey and a few others, will they get another chance? And Danny Ward there consoling Daniel James. You can tell that once it all sinks in, the tears are going to start flowing. No tears from him now. A recap of the penalty. Not a very well taken one, it has to be said. Didn't lack any force. Easy height for Chesney.
Oh,
And
it's 3-2. It's 3-2. Massive deflection, but it's gone in. 66th minute, and I think it's, I don't know, but might be Swane again. They're checking for something. Who's it? Think it. Is it a hat trick or is it a Polis? No, Polis is subbed off.
I don't know how you did AFC always, but you did it. Bit of a cruel joke there, but Poland and Robert Lewandowski will be in another major tournament. And for Lewandowski, you have to consider that this may be his last dance. He should go on to win 150 caps for Poland. And they go all the way to their section of fans in the stadium and soak up the acclaim.
Oh, appeals for obstruction. But
Ben
it
Davies
can't be.
There. Yeah.
Can't be.
And Ben Davies leading a huddle. And you can see that they are devastated, distraught, but the skipper there, stand-in skipper really, with Aaron Ramsey on the bench, leading the team in a moment of reflection. And that's the hero. Poland's most capped goalkeeper has led his team to another major tournament. And this time, after some pretty poor attempts and forgettable moments, he will want to make this one count. And that's the end of the live coverage. So, heartbreak for Wales, really. I would absolutely have loved to have seen them qualify as third team from the British Isles. But it just wasn't to be. It just wasn't to be.
Yeah, man. Yeah, to see some glory in Algeria. Not Algerian glory, South African glory.
Well, tough luck, Wales. You've once again managed to win hearts, and I know that you've got a strong core to help you take the team forward. Be interesting to see what happens, but all I can say to you is take confidence from this and try and make sure you qualify for 2026, the USA, Canada, and Mexico. But for Poland, congratulations. Another major tournament for Robert Lewandowski, Wojciech Szczesny and company. And Matthew Cash will certainly hope to continue to be a part of that once he recovers from his injury. And it goes on. So, once again, big up to Hanno for organizing this little double bill. I will, in fact, take leave of all of you. It's been a very eventful day for me, as you can imagine, but it's now 4 o'clock in the morning, my time. I need to get to sleep. I will leave you in the company of Hanno to take you through to the end of the stream as he hopes to guide Bafana to an important victory. As for me, you will see a lot more of me, maybe a few more watch-alongs, and maybe I'll be around for the Euro Championships. We'll definitely do some watch-alongs then. Until then, all I can say is it's been a pleasure as always. Take care of yourselves. Be safe. Be happy. Don't do anything that Hannah and I wouldn't do. But as always, farewell to thee. Goodbye. Good night. God bless to all of you. And I am out for the count.
Yeah, funny. Oh, it's a wonder goal for Algeria. It's a fantastic goal. Cheers, Manny. See you tomorrow. Well, see you later today, probably.
I'm
Message you.
sorry. I'm sorry about that. Just as I was about to leave. But once again, bye all.
Yeah, cheers. It's a fantastic goal. Bicycle kick. It's number 12. Benzia in what is fantastic goal. Is he also? Nah, that's fantastic. That that's a fantastic goal from Benzia, and it's 70th minute, right on the 70th minute. Benzia or Fanada for 3-3. 6 goals, eh? 6 goals. Still lots of time to play for. Lots of time left. We're on the attack again. Corner to Chelsea. Not Chelsea. Corner to South Africa. Awful corner. Awful ball in. Can we keep it in? No. Goal kick. I don't know if it's in the UK, Steve, but I I don't know. But it's entertaining game. Algeria coming forward, big save, cleared away. Ramsey and Ketia. AFC always. No. International break is over. Yes. Lots of subs from Algeria. Yeah, good to see it's over. English. No. Okay. Oh, I think place in Poland. Okay. Yeah. And the poll. Of course, luckily there is no penalties or anything like that. It's 28 minutes on the clock now. Oh, that would be mad. Absolutely mad. Oh, yeah, I get it. You wouldn't be happy, Steve. No, it would definitely be more than 70 million. Free kick Algeria, and it's guide into Rosette. I can't imagine Southgate replacing Pochettino. At least when we did score for England, yeah. Hopefully, we can carry it forward for you. Chance Algeria. Oh, that's good play. Oh, he should have finished it. They should have buried the game there. But we have a counter now. Algeria again. Good play. Once a free kick. It is. It is a good game. Oh, horrible mistake. They threw on goal. What a save. What a save. Awful. Number 30 for Algeria. I think it's Bakar. Yeah, Bakrar. Awful mistake. We got manifested. What a save. Big save. Through on goal 1-on-1 with the keeper. And what run when Williams saves it. Yellow card. Yeah, you have to get points off them. All get any points possible. I fancy your chances. You've done really well against them in the reverse fixture this season. Just couldn't finish. And this time you've got Tony. Yeah, yeah. I reckon you can get a draw, to be fair. It's a corner to Algeria. Or throw it, not corner. 6 minutes left plus added time. Again, fantastic save. Aussies guided. Number 28 from them, Kendusi. Ahmed Kendusi. Also one on one with the keeper, and he skies it over the bar. There's their chances. Massive chances there for Algeria, and the subs just can't take it. Oh, good chance here for us. Well defended. Well defended. Now on the break again. Algeria. Oh, we wanna then lose it again. Oh, Santi goes out for a goal kick. Uh, depends. Depends on the lineup. Shot from distance. Oh, what a shot! What a save! It's a corner. Perhaps even corner. Please, good delivery. Good delivery. Decent delivery. Headed away. Now it's a counter. Jack, just kick it out. Good work. Oh, still going. Corner Algeria. 1 minute to go. 89th minute. It is, Stephen. It is. Ball whooped in. Oh, he tried to go for it again. Tried to go for the um, bicycle kick again. Oh, but they've pimped us off the ball again. And again, after we won it back. Awful pass, awful pass. They get it back somehow. Oh, 5 minutes added on. Playing the ball around the back now. Can we create something? Just one more chance. Good defending. Ball whipped in it away. Straight to Algerian player. Oh, oh, great defending. I think that's Saint Nuri there. Number 15. He's been quality when he's been able to get forward. Great defending. Do smash that like button and subscribe button. Will be much appreciated if you haven't already. Hmm. 3 minutes left. Oh, come on. Is it ours or theirs? There. 2 minutes left, so let's see. That was taking forever. The goal kick. In 1 minute's time, it will be 1 a.m. So it is a good morning to you guys from me. Some good play, but great defending from us. One last counter. One last counter. Get some bodies forward. Oh, good play. Get it across again. Ah, good defending from Algeria. Oh, Or obtain could have easily been in 4-3. Saeed Benrahma got attached to that ball, crossed in to the far post. Well, the school closed basically. The term is finished. Unless, um, that's why I can stay up till late. The school is done. Unless you're talking about Steven. So yeah. That's full time. Algeria free, South Africa free. I'm happy. Think we could have definitely won it, but I'm happy. Going away to Algeria, not an easy place to go. Not many teams win in Algeria. Um, 3-3, probably could have won it, but yeah, uh, I'm unlucky, but we move. Um, yeah, but I'm happy with the result. Good game and 3-3. I think the guys can be proud. It's not our best team. We still have the likes of Percy Tau, Evidence, Ma- uh, Opaka. They to come. So yeah, but yeah, be up to everyone that tuned in. Um, and of course Wales. Sad to see them go out. Um, Poland now in the Euros, Georgia in the Euros, and Ukraine the Euros to end that off. So yeah, but be up everyone tuned in. How many likes did we get? 11, 12. So big up. Let me check the views. Let me check. Let me just check the views. Views. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. So yeah. Um. Then tomorrow, no, 6 p.m. UK time. Relegation battle show. Um. With Steve, Brentford fan, and then Tyler, of course, Tibo CV. You guys know him. Then I've got a Forest fan and Everton fan as well coming on. So do tune in for that about the relegation. Um, so yeah. Mr. B Amrabat is Moroccan, not Algerian, but I can check for you. He played, I believe they also played Morocco. Morocco still, no, Morocco played. It's halftime 0-0 against Mauritania. Should win that Morocco. But he is not playing for Morocco. Um, he is on the bench for Morocco. Sofian Amrabat. So yeah. Mali, Nigeria. That game is 2-0 Mali. Wow. Wow. So yeah. But yeah. Have a good one, guys. And we'll see you all in a bit. Cheers.